the issues are well underway of being solved.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently there's going to be a test underway. Hopefully that test means that the issues have been solved. If they have been, that is one of the greatest news that possibly we can have.
Yes.
We're going to see, we're going to wait a little bit for the whole thing. There might be, I'm not actually sure about that. We'll have to wait for the officials to confirm it or disconfirm it, depending. But do you think there's going to be a new game after this whole thing? Because I feel like there's going to be a new game.
That's a good question. And honestly, I don't know. I would assume so, but I don't know.
Imagine now. Wait, just a second. Let's theorize here for a moment. You know, get your coffees up and just go. So, use your imagination, okay? If there's going to be a new game, that means you can't go with the same draft.
Or maybe it's going to be...
Or maybe it's going to be the same draft.
Maybe it's going to be a different game.
Same draft, different game.
Yes.
Ooh, ooh. That would change the entire playstyle. Ooh, you know what? When I start to think about it, bear with me for a minute. If I start to think about it, maybe that pause and the entire technical issues led us to have one of the most spicier finals. Because the first game would have to get restarted with the same draft, which means you can't approach it the same way. You have to redo your strategy, and you have to rethink everything that you're doing.
Yeah, that's good. I like it. Maybe it's Kofti's plan all along. He's like, I feel bullied.
Are you still putting the blame on Kofti?
Yes. He's like, I feel bullied and pressured on the mid lane because it's too much attention from everybody. They're going to restart the game, and now they know that they cannot bully me anymore.
Stop looking at me. Stop. Czarny Piotruś.
Pokaż maturę. Czarny Piotruś, pokaż maturę.
Pokaż maturę, I don't know what that means.
Matura is an ending exam in Poland. So when you finish the school, you have to pass...
Oh, it's like maturita in Czech Republic.
Yes,
same thing.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
See? I didn't know you had maturita in
Yeah, we do.
Czech Republic. No.
I even have maturita.
Ooh, damn. Was it hard? Because here everybody's scared of matura, always.
I mean, in Czech Republic, everybody's scared of maturita as well. It's not really that hard, to be honest. I mean, yeah, a lot of things you need to learn, but sorry.
Yeah.
Aha, so we're getting a little bit of an explanation. So Polish kids need to get matura that they get at 16 to 18 in order to then continue their studies.
Yeah, you cannot apply to university without having a matura completed.
Yeah, the same with us. Same with us, yeah, same with us. You need to complete the maturita first, and then you can go off to university or complete your education, for example, in college. The same way I did, in order to obtain my diploma of specialist in musical arts. So I've obtained that, and then I can... I didn't have to do it, but I did anyway.
That's so interesting. And it's very similar to what we have here.
Sorry?
It's very similar to what we have here.
Yeah,
I mean, we're neighbors in the end, so it makes sense.
Okay, I can see the excitement. Either they're laughing on the jokes.
Probably it's a very good joke.
Hopefully.
Good job, guys.
Hopefully it was a good joke. You do you, guys.
Yeah. Whee! They're too busy.
Nah, well...
Yeah. They're working, okay? They're at job.
Yeah, we're
Don't
not.
interrupt them.
We're just having fun.
I am having fun. Are you having fun?
I am having fun.
See?
I'm having all the fun in the world.
See?
Regardless of that, again, ladies and gentlemen, please bear with us. The technical issues and delays is something that we are always very unhappy about. But we are going to have an interview in a moment, hopefully. And yeah, there we go. Thank you.
Tak, to jest ten sektor, który najwięcej telefonów o zakłócanie porządku otrzymuje u nas. Po lewej stronie, jeżeli się jeszcze nie zorientowaliście, żyleta Zero Tenacity. Panowie, herszt bandy, słyszałem, że to jesteś ty.
Brzytwa, nie żyleta, tylko
Brzytwa, dlaczego brzytwa?
brzytwa, po prostu brzytwa.
Jesteście ostrzy jak przycinaki. Panowie, powiedzcie mi, przyjechaliście tutaj, zakładam, z całej Polski, czy to była wcześniej zaplanowana akcja?
A więc tak, generalnie brzytwa żyleta została no, rozwinięta na Mita Drift, tak? Na Mita Drift. Mnie tam niestety nie było, natomiast na Discordzie Z10, które buduje świetne community. Pozdrowienia serdeczne za Ultrala. Jest on mistrzem, no, pionierem w budowaniu społeczności drużynowej. Natomiast my jesteśmy tutaj, ta ekipka, co siedzi obok mnie i za mną, jesteśmy z Łodzi, jesteśmy przyjacielami, znajomymi, niektórzy przyjacielami, niektórzy braćmi. No ja niestety no, jeszcze do tego grana się nie zaliczam, ale harpuna.
Rozumiem, jesteś członkiem pierwszego kręgu. Panowie, czy macie dla nas jakąś przyśpiewkę autorską dla Zero Tenacity? Jesteście w stanie coś zaprezentować teraz?
Autorska.
Naprawdę podoba mi się ta sektorówka. Panowie, czy wy na tej brzytwie macie jakieś pseudonimy, którymi się porozumiewacie ze sobą podczas właśnie takich wydarzeń?
Big Chef.
Big Chef?
Ja nie mam pseudonimu.
Ciebie po prostu wszyscy znają. Chłopaki, wy z jakimiś nickname'ami?
Sliski Jimmy.
Śliski Jimmy?
Deśnieżyna.
Deśnieżyna?
Młody G z Gdyni, mordo.
O, proszę bardzo, jest i młody G z Gdyni. Moi drodzy, żyleta Zero Tenacity jest głośna, ale ja wiem, że tam po drugiej stronie jest kilku fanów Orbit Anonymo, prawda? Słuchaj, ostatnie zdanie od ciebie. O, nie wiem, to tak ofensywnie, no, ale spróbujmy.
To są lamusy zwykłe.
O, nie zgadzamy się, Orbit Anonymo! Dobra, żyleta Orbit Anonymo, jak odpowiadacie? No dobra, bez odpowiedzi. Moi drodzy, oddaję głos do komentatorów, bo tu zaczyna się robić za gorąco.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a little bit of news for you. So apparently the players are testing the game right as we speak. You can see the players are already there. And if it's going to be fine, that means the first game is going to be remade from the scratch.
Yes.
Oh.
That means that even if we go into 5-game series, we're going to see 6 drafts today. We're the real winners in the end.
See?
See?
It was foretold to lead us into draft paradise. Is it too obvious that we've watched Doom Part 2? Have you watched Doom Part 2? Tell us what you think about Doom Part 2 in Twitter under hashtag Ultraliga.
Yes.
Quite honestly though, amazing film. Loved
Yes.
it. Danny
Loved it.
Villeneuve has done an incredible job
Yeah,
with the game.
with the game.
With the
Can you
game?
imagine him making a movie about League of Legends?
Thompus would be the rage quitting guy, so we'll...
No, that would be bottling calling for jungler. Tum, tum.
Ladies and gentlemen, am I happy to say this right now? With the update coming in, that means the network is stable. And that means that we're going to have a remake of the game with the brand new draft.
And I honestly can't wait to see what it's going to bring to us. Is it going to be the same bans, or are we going to see some of the picks from the previous game getting banned? I don't know.
Should we just redo the entire opening ceremony? Like, you know, this never happened. You know, like I don't have a pen. You know, like with the with the Man in Black. Just go. Can you look in here, please? Can you look in here, please? First game never happened.
To be fair, though, the opening ceremony was beautiful, and the music was so good. I would listen to it again. It's like a little party here. It's a club in the end.
A rave party.
Yes, exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's wait just a tiny bit more, a few more moments of patience as we're getting ready back to the line.
Back to the line, yes!
I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Back to the line indeed with Fnatic. Ultraliga logo. Oh, well, Fnatic are quite known for technical issues, so I guess that makes all sense in the world.
I guess.
Wait, it's all connecting. Fnatic, Noah, Zero Tenacity, Ultraliga, LAN, back to the game in playoffs. Illuminati confirmed. That's X-Files, but it's fine.
I know. I am terrified. I am terrified of what we just created. This vortex, we're never getting out of it anymore.
It's the DrBrilmann, the multiverse of madness.
Yes. Yes. Can I have somebody else? Please?
Nope. Nope, that's not gonna work out.
Thank you.
There. I was rigged by the production. What is this? Fallout? The game was rigged from the start by the looks of it.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
That's what happens when you play with people that play unfair.
Yeah?
Yeah?
If you say so.
There's something interesting, Beret. I'm not going to
Yes.
tell you what is it.
Can we spoil it for them?
No.
We have something cooking for
Yeah,
you.
we're-
It's so interesting.
It's not a cookie, but we're cooking.
You don't cook cookies. You bake cookies.
But we're getting heavily trolled by the production right now. This is fine.
Back to my point. You don't cook cookies,
But you do have to cook them in order to.
but you
make
bake them.
But it's cooking.
Like the whole process.
Yeah, you're still cooking.
I'm not sure if baking is cooking.
Well, you're still cooking the food.
You're
And
making
then
the
you're
food.
specifying
No,
the
you're
fact.
making the food, but you can cook or you
But
can
it's
bake.
cook
It's different.
who bakes the food.
No, it's baker.
But he's still a cook.
No,
Because
he's
he
a
can cook.
baker. He can bake. He doesn't necessarily have
also
to
can
know how to.
cook.
No, it doesn't mean he knows how to cook.
I mean, he's gonna make you a
A
pasta. or
cook
something.
doesn't have to know how to bake, and a baker doesn't need to know how to cook.
But what if the cook knows how to bake and the baker knows how to
What
cook?
if? Then he's a chef. But a baker
No,
doesn't
then
have
he's
to cook.
Gordon Ramsay.
A chef, as I said.
No, but he doesn't know how to bake.
Does he?
Well, his mum made a better apple pie than he did.
Maybe he still knows how to, it's just he's not the best at it.
That
Not being,
doesn't.
not being the best of something doesn't mean you don't know.
Well, that's going to end our conversation there because we are having an interview with Harpoon's brother. And let's see.
Jak to z twojej perspektywy wyglądało, gdy
I mean, it's very informative, isn't it?
Harpuna, jak
Oh, you don't understand, right? Because you're not Polish.
No.
potem, czy pamiętasz moment, kiedy na przykład się
Our production is asking me to translate right now.
Go ahead,
But
be my guest.
I already missed half of the question, unfortunately. Let's see what the answer is gonna be. It's a nice history.
Miał chyba 6 lat.
Oh, he started playing when he was 6 years old.
Wyglądało to tak, że ja grałem w League of Legends z kolegami w gimnazjum.
So he
On
played
był młodszym
League of
bratem,
Legends
to
with his
zawsze się do mnie
friends in
przystawić
the
i
school.
też zaczął w tego LoL'a grać.
And then, because of that, his
Musieliśmy
brother
się
Harpoon
dzielić
started
rzeczywiście
playing League of
jednym
Legends because of his
komputerem,
brother.
Więc trochę go spychałem, ale on zawsze zadziornie, jak tylko mógł usiąść, to wykorzystywał cały ten czas. No i potem
I don't understand.
prosił mnie, żebyśmy grali.
Funny enough, the part you translated, even I didn't understand it. Somehow.
Przez jakieś 5
Oh.
lat.
I know, I'm weird with
You
Polish.
don't need me anymore.
I start to understand Polish without being able to speak Polish.
Odkąd pierwsze
like
zarobione
me.
pieniądze wydał na swój komputer i potem jakoś tak poszło.
A powiedz mi, czy ty myślałeś też o takiej esportowej karierze, czy
Oh,
nie?
the question is whether the brother was thinking about starting his own esports career.
Ze swojej strony nie, nigdy raczej nie. Ja myślałem
No.
o karierze youtubera, niestety nie pykło, ale no jestem przeszczęśliwy, że jemu się udało. To jest fajnie, że
He's very
może
happy for his
realizować
brother
marzenia.
that his career is booming,
I
but
też
he
tak
never
naprawdę,
wanted to play himself.
gra już,
Neither
powiedzmy,
being a YouTuber or anything like that,
profesjonalnie
if I understand it correctly.
od długiego czasu, chyba
Not sure about that
13-14
part,
lat, jak
but he's happy
miałem,
for
jak
his
zaczynał.
brother.
Moją rolą było trochę przekonanie rodziców do tego, że to jest całkiem normalne, no i udało się teraz tu
I'm
siedzą z
more
nami,
like being a
także
YouTuber,
Yes.
okay.
wsparcie
So
jest
instead of
duże
being a
i
professional
całe
player,
na
more-
Being a YouTuber, that's also fair.
Yes,
Also fair. Rather popular these days, I would say.
yes, indeed.
Oh, these are parents. Aww.
Aww.
These are Harpoons and his brother's parents, ladies and gentlemen.
This is so sweet.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the good news is that we are getting ready, by the looks of it, for the draft of, I can't believe I'm saying this, but game number 1.
Game number 1.5.
Kinda.
Game 1 2.0.
It's game 1, version 2.0.
Yes.
It's the remake of the redo of the remastered version.
Yeah.
To be frank, this is how exactly the games are being distributed today, if you just look overall. Like, Last of Us already had, what, 3 remasters?
No, here it goes.
3? 4? I don't even know. They literally make a game, 1 year later, let's do a remaster.
How do you sell one game more times than once?
You remaster within 1 year, apparently?
No, you do more things than that. Have you ever looked into Skyrim?
Oh yeah, Anniversary Edition, Legendary Edition, Special Edition, Game of the Year Edition, Dragonborn Edition. What am I missing? 10-year Anniversary Edition.
Then you release it on all the platforms, and then you have to re-release all of the versions.
Then re-release new generation of consoles.
Yes.
That's already 9 versions. Which one are we missing? Tell us in the comments. Tell us in the
Nintendo
chat.
Switch. I think they have Skyrim on Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo Switch version, yes,
Yeah.
that's 10.
See?
Howard, you're a genius.
See? That's why they do it.
That is actually a fair point. Production is raising a very fair point. I have to say, I am also guilty in that point. World of Warcraft, the monthly payment, and the amount of expansions we already had.
They invented subscriptions before they became a thing these days. They were before Netflix, Prime and everything like that.
Yep.
Not that Prime,
Not that Prime, yeah,
the other
different Prime.
This Prime he's unmatched.
And you don't have to pay for a monthly subscription to see Prime Play on Ultraliga. See, we're better than Netflix. You don't have to pay monthly in order to see Ultraliga.
Yes, you can just go and see it, and honestly, it's worth it, so you should.
And it's going to be worth it in just a moment, because look at that! The players are already settling in, well, at least half of them.
Yeah, we can see all with Anonymo are already in their places. Here at Tenacity, we're still waiting for them. By the way, a little bit of inside information. So, I was just passing by in the corridor when there was a technical falls, and I met with someone from Zero Tenacity. Let's call them someone from Zero Tenacity. And they told me, hey, it's been so long since we started today, right? And the day is going to be very long. We're going to make it quicker. We're going to make it a 3-0 series. So the script has been leaked, ladies and gentlemen. I have it for you.
I want to see that happen.
I want to see that happen.
Or moreover, I want to see if they can actually make it happen. That's probably my biggest question. Can they make that happen?
It's going to screw my predictions, so I don't want to see it happen, I think.
True, that's going to screw my predictions as well. I've got 3-1 Orbit, not Zero Tenacity. Well, Zero Tenacity did open up quite strong.
Yes, that's very true.
So we'll have to wait.
Oh, and actually, speaking of that,
and they're opening strong again with the help of their audience.
Look at them going. Oh, that's going to be a gank right into the chair. Come on. Oh no, he's going back. He decided not to invest anything into this one.
Oh well.
Oh well.
And shortly, hopefully, we are finally going to dive into the draft of game number 1.2, 1.5, game number 1, version 2.0, anniversary edition. Block arm looking sharp.
Block arm looking sharp!
Where's block arm? Ah, yes, he's looking sharp.
Looking sharp. I know, right? I know, right? Postro Adam here for what?
For Siori?
Siori? Who is Siori?
What is Siori?
Why is Siori?
Why is Siori?
Why is Siori?
I am sorry.
That's a mystery. I now need to find that person and ask them what do they mean.
What was this Siori? Where is this Siori?
Yes.
Who is this Siori?
Yes. Will we ever find Siori? Finding Siori?
Does she exist, or he? Depends on what that is.
Maybe it's not even a person.
Maybe it's not even an object.
Maybe it's a construct.
Maybe it's an emotion.
Maybe.
A small particle in the universe
I
passing
feel
by.
Siori. Well, you said it first, so I'm kind of stealing it now. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. I broke down Brillman by stealing his own joke. Apparently, I'm not allowed to do that. I'm so sorry.
I didn't imagine you to bring it that far. That broke me in half.
I'm sorry. Please stay in one piece. We need you.
I will think about it for a moment, maybe for two. No, everybody's tugged in, right? Yeah, everybody's tugged in.
Everybody tucks in, looking very cozy, especially Afrobo. Afrobo is looking so
Everybody's
cozy
always
today.
cozy.
Yeah, that's true.
So, we are positive that there's going to be a new draft. We are positive that the players will have to go for a different idea.
Yeah.
And I wonder, will they? Because right now we had a very interesting kind of like one-for-one kind of thing, right? The overall draft was pretty close. The beginning of the game was pretty close. The whole thing was pretty close. Now they'll have to approach it differently. And judging by the way the fans are moving, I think we're almost ready to get into the drafts.
Yes, we should be. We should be getting into that very, very soon. Anonymo with Nautilus, the chipset. Nautilus for Chipsy.
He hates Nautilus though.
Yes, but well, he's good with Nautilus.
It's same as Afroboy has to play on Vi, right? It's about duty, you know you have to do.
He doesn't hate it, but yeah, he plays it because he has to. And he's still very good at it. So sometimes you have to play things you don't want to play, but you know that you need to play them.
But you have to take one for
like in life, you know, you need to go to your job. You don't want necessarily maybe to go to, unless you're working here, then yes, we want to go to the job always. But like, you might not want to go to your job, but at the same time, you always have to do it, right? So it's the same with Nautilus.
If you take a sick day, then you don't have to.
That doesn't work like that with Nautilus. Don't break my point,
No, if you take a sick point with Nautilus, that means you're playing Leona Rel.
What is sick point with Nautilus?
It's a sick point.
Sick
day.
point!
That was a sick point with that hook. Sorry. If you take a sick day from playing Nautilus, that means that you're playing Rel or
Leona, okay. But what if taking a sick day from Nautilus means that you're playing Enchanters, something completely different?
Fair. But what if you take a vacation?
Oh yeah, I think then you play Enchanters. Or you just go to a different role.
Or a different league?
Or a different league. Or a
Like
different game.
Reckless did. He changed both the roles and the leagues.
That's true. Yes.
Man is cooking.
Quite the opposite direction he goes in now, but well, we're happy for him.
I mean, he went into the academy, but he's actually apparently been doing pretty good.
Yeah, so I've heard.
Yep. And he was playing rather really
Yeah.
good as well. I've seen some bits of the gameplay. That was really impressive. I mean, to be frank, he's always been playing a lot of support, and he really liked playing support as well. So I guess, you know, good for him. If it works out, it works. You know, if checks.
Honestly, playing support is the best thing in League, I think.
It is one of the most fun things to do. That's definitely true.
Which supports do you like? Rakan, of course, Rakan. But what else? Like, we know about the Rakan, what else?
I do like to play Nautilus, to be frank.
Oh, okay.
Braum is very fun.
Oh, nice.
Braum is very fun.
So engagers and
Blitz is really fun as well.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Blitz
Yeah, I
is
didn't
super
expect
fun.
this one.
Because if you get a hook from over the wall, then you just go, yeah, sorry, not sorry, you did. What else is there? I need to think. Well, I do love to play Senna.
Oh, Senna is very fun.
Right now, not too much on an actual patch, because she got nerfed.
Okay, yes.
Quite heavily nerfed. But I believe that is before the set patch,
for
the
sure.
14.4. 14.5 it is. And she got super nerfed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But before that, it was super fun to play her. You don't farm, you take all the souls. So you farm the souls, you farm the stacks, and then all of a sudden you hit like a truck. And you go, yeah, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
And then you steal the kills.
A true support speaking, by the way.
That's exactly what you do. You don't take Ignite to help the lane or pressure it. No, you take,
the lane?
you take it to steal the kills. Of course you do.
Exactly.
I'm sorry? Yoink?
The game is not about like destroying the enemy nexus or something. It's about kills. It's about your own glory.
Of course.
It's about your KDA looking better than everybody else's.
Of course.
Of course.
Uh,
Toxic advices for solo queue.
Ultraliga edition. Regardless. Draft. Almost there. Hopefully.
Droft.
Droofd?
Droofd.
Not droofd.
Droofd.
I am droofd.
Hey.
I think we're pushing this way too far at this point.
Do you care?
Listen, I'll droofd.
Okay, now that's pushing it too far. We gotta stop right there.
Paul
Criminals.
droeft het Ridis. Obi droeft
Wat
je nobi. Dart droeft.
No.
Okay, that is just breaking everything in its existence.
Breaking me, okay?
Dart droeft.
No. Brillman. Brillman, I need you.
Give me a moment. I'll be back. I will be back with the next episode of Ultraliga, coming on Tuesday and Wednesdays. And the fans are already getting quite excited as well. Look at that. It is quite formidable that despite all the delays and the fact that the game 1 is still underway and is going to be remade, the fans are still as excited as they can be for this game.
They have so much energy.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Like, I have a lot of energy, but to be this excited? But I mean...
Aren't you excited for the grand finals?
I am very excited.
It is still the grand finals of Ultraliga.
But you gotta understand, for them it's different. For them it's something else. It's about seeing their favorite team winning today.
Yes.
Because everybody's cheering for one team or the other.
Yep.
I don't think anybody in this audience right now is like, yeah, I don't care who wins, I just want to go to League of Legends. No, they want someone specific to win.
Just all of a sudden somebody goes, let's go G2.
Huh?
Wrong region, mate.
Yeah, just a little bit. We're close enough.
Looks like there's still some issues to try and get fixed.
This time it's small issues, at least. So it's nothing big, we just got info. It's nothing bad. This is something that is going to be fixed sooner than the previous issue. So we should be heading into the draft rather soon. Into the draft of the game 1.5, right? We called
Infinity.
it.
1 point infinity.
No. Let's not jinx it that far, my friend.
To the infinity and beyond.
Oh, he's choosing the emotes. He has the Brom emote, he has the Blitzcrank emote. He has the most important emote.
Yeah.
The Brom one is the most important.
I do like the thumbs up.
Yeah.
To be frank, one of the coolest thing that we've got introduced is the Brofist.
Yes. Oh, he has Ramos.
Oh, yes, that's actually
Okay,
true.
Ramos, yes.
Okay.
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 He's still choosing though. Wait, he's still choosing. What is he going to choose? Let's see.
Yeah.
He didn't pick Seraphine emote.
No longer the Queen of Poland.
I feel offended. On behalf of all Seraphines and all Polish, for some reason, I decided to speak for everybody. I feel offended.
The Queen is dead. Long live the Queen.
No.
Long may she reign.
No, maybe.
For all the people that are in the camp of Queen Daenerys, long may she reign.
Oh, yes.
Or Queen Cersei, whatever you prefer, really.
Or Queen Rhaenyra.
Or
The
Queen
rightful
Rhaenyra.
queen.
The rightful Queen of the Seven Kingdoms.
Oh, yes.
The
Team
first
Black?
man and the Andals.
Are you Team Black or Team Green?
Black.
Oh, of course, of course. Our production is Black too, so we have 3-0 for Team Black.
I mean, to be frank, as much as I do enjoy it, sometimes I get really, really stuck. Because I just go, yeah, this whole thing is just happening because you can't just sit down and have a normal talk.
Isn't that just like in real life, though?
I mean, yeah, but I try to eliminate situations like that in my life. Make sure that they don't happen. And this is, they literally start a war because they couldn't talk.
Well, they can't afford to start a war because they have dragons. Like, if you had a dragon, would you bother to talk to people?
No, I would just fly away.
See? That's what I'm
I
talking
wouldn't
about.
start a war, I would just fly away.
If you fly away somebody, they're going to fly away back at you because they also have a dragon. That's how a war starts.
With that being out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, it is my utmost pleasure to announce that the draft is about to appear on your screens shortly, very shortly.
Almost there.
Steady. Steady. Yeah!
Let's go! True.
At least there's area out of the way immediately.
Yes, so Zero Tenacity still, of course, blue side. In this sense, nothing changed, so Autonomo still on the red side. Kaise is going to be the second ban from Zero Tenacity. A lot of focus on the AD carries. That is totally something we expected. That is something we already saw in the previous draft of game 1.1. Smolder is still banned by Autonomo.
This is literally the same draft.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to say, so
same
far,
bans.
we're going with the same bans.
Even
Maybe
Karma.
the picks are going to be different. I wonder if the first pick from Zero Tenacity is going to change because they know. Look at that, Nautilus is banned by Autonomo.
Ooh,
Some
cheeky.
changes incoming.
That is pretty cheeky.
Because it was the first pick, right, from Zero Tenacity?
I think so.
Now it's going to be Orianna probably then. For Korotkiy, it would make sense. Orianna as the first pick always makes sense.
I mean, it could.
Or Maokai to steal it away from Anonymo and remove this flex pick. Or Volibear.
Or Volibear.
Yes, I forgot Volibear is a thing. Volibear makes so much sense.
Which is a very great pickup if you're trying to make sure that your enemies are not going to get their hands on something like that.
And Blurzer is a great Volibear player. He's a very aggressive Volibear player, so that is already looking very scary.
You can, but by taking away the Volibear, you're not exactly eliminating the threat, however, because, yeah, you took away the Volibear, which is really good, but right now, Varus is not banned yet, because that was the previous ban that Orbiton have been doing in game number 1, the actual game number 1. And right now what they can do is go Varus into Vi or Xin.
Oh!
With pretty much the same idea. We're going to be setting things up.
Ivan!
No way!
Yes! 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 They already played it!
They already did, yes!
And it was fantastic! Actually, we had a little talk with Kaspersky after the game, and he told me that this draft was his favorite one around Ivan, just because of how much shielding he provides. It's like Kame is banned by Zero Tenacity as the last ban from them so far, but it doesn't matter because this Ivan is going to do the same thing.
Absolutely so. And now, okay, Zero Tenacity are turning the tables right now. With Senna in there, there's going to be a lot of control already on their side.
And a lot of scaling too, just with that Senna alone. But I wonder what they're going to pair her up with, because Nautilus is not available.
Tam.
Yes, it has to be Tam. It has to be Tam, and this is going to be so exhausting for Anonymo to fight this comp already, because there is so much frontline, and it's not just any frontline, it's annoying frontline that controls you and doesn't let you get away from them and get to their backlane.
Absolutely. Now the last pickup is going to be Tristana.
Yes, Tristana!
Tristana mid now is the way to go. 2 very hard damage dealers. Good that there's no precise lockup like a Camille, like a Nautilus or anything like that. That is going to be the scariest if you are Varus and Tristana, right? So that pretty much opens a very good, how to put it, a very good way for them to work, really, I would even say.
That is very true. And I love that right now this is going to be Orianna ban from Anonymo. Maybe it is also going to be a Korotkiy ban from them to make sure they don't give Korotkiy much choice as to what to play on the mid lane. And then he's going to pivot into something a little bit more unusual. Maybe Ari is going to come back or something of that sort.
There's quite a few things I feel like. They're going to take away the Nico, which is rather, which is rather understandable from this standpoint. But I feel like there's quite a bunch of things you can do. You can play Twisted Fate. You can play Akali if you're really so inclined. You can try to pivot yourself even into something like Azir. Yeah, you're going to suffer through the laning phase, but as soon as the team fights are going to happen, you might do quite a bit of damage with it.
However, Azir is not allowed to be played still, so unfortunately nobody's going to be able to.
Oh, it's not allowed to play?
Yes. Through the whole playoffs, unfortunately. I was expecting it to appear sooner or later, but alas, we're not getting him. What we are getting is likely Eliona. So far, by the way, Zero Tenacity are banning out...
Or Syndra.
Yeah, they're picking Syndra. Interesting. Yes, that is still a mage on the mid lane with a lot of scaling, with a lot of late game damage. And if they pick for this Renekton, which they did, I love it, because right now they have a lot of late game potential, and with this Renekton, they're bringing in the early game potential too.
It feels like the whole idea has been changed with the overall approach.
It has. It is a completely different draft. It is the opposite from what we saw before. And now Prime is going to go with Aatrox himself. He doesn't want to go because Fiora was banned in the previous game. Right now she is left available, but he knows that he doesn't want to play Fiora into Renekton. It is not the nicest top lane to have whatsoever. So he's deciding to go with Aatrox in the end. And we have, again, 2 team comps that want to be fighting a lot, but boy, they want to be fighting completely different now.
Well, let's see if the game itself is going to change. With the last draft is locked in, my eyes are definitely going to be on Afro Boy, because having to play Ivan, sorry, I wanted to say Syndra for some reason now, Ivan, brings a lot of responsibility on your shoulders as well, because you really need to figure out how do you want to do this.
Afroboy code.
Afroboy, we love you, yeah?
Yeah, he has a lot of fans here, and honestly, it's totally understandable.
Gorbit?
Orbit.
Go Orbit, sorry.
For
I was like, Gorbit? What? What are you trying to say?
Orbit.
Gorbit?
It sounds good.
Let's see how the pathing of the junglers are also going to look like. Because we do have two very different junglers, approaches, but it matters very little. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to get into game number 1 of the actual game number 1 of Orbit Anonymo versus Zero Tenacity, the grand finals of Samsung Ultraliga, hopefully kicking off right now with all efficiency.
And with a lot of fighting. I want to see a bloodbath. I want to see these teams fighting. But interesting enough, actually, this time the drafts have been turned a little bit around, haven't they? Oh. Oh. Long time no see indeed.
Indeed.
Hello, Pause. Welcome back. How have you been?
And well, hopefully this is not a major issue. Hopefully it's a small one. Never mind, let's talk about the draft real quick.
Yes.
So, the summoner spells, interestingly enough, both of them are going with press the attack. While there is the swift movement on Harpoon.
Yes.
When I said both of them, I meant Roizen and Nerman.
Yeah.
Sorry, forgot to clarify. And I am also very interested to see Ivan with the Glacial Fisher. Oh, sorry, Glacial Augment.
Glacial Augment, yes.
Augment, yeah.
It is a very strong one. I like it. I think I like it quite a lot because Ivan does have a lot of control in his kit. Not a lot, but it's enough control in his kit. And every time he's going to prop it, it's not just the target that is going to be rooted. It is everybody else around them who's going to be slowed down. Talking about terrain control, they don't have Maokai this time, so they needed to find more ways to be able to fight around those big objectives. And I like this Glacial Augment because it's going to help me quite a lot. We are getting back into the game! Let's go, everybody!
Yeah, the whole place electrifying because of the fact that we are finally getting into game number 1. So, huge move already. It is going to be really hard to overshout the fans of Zero Tenacity that are going for it, but a huge move, level 1 already. Also pressing down the ward, which is going to give a lot of extra info for Orbit Anonymo,
yes.
When and how the opponents are moving and the timings of whether it's going to be a level 3, what's going to be the pathing of the resort, and so on and so forth.
Yes, I love that Zero Tenacity also took their time to go in and place a very deep ward onto the Raptors of the side of Orbit Anonymo. They want to understand how Afroboy is going to be moving around. They want to understand where the threat is going to be coming from. And again, this is something that Zero Tenacity have been really excelling at, especially during the playoffs. We saw a lot of attention from them towards keeping a lot of aggressive vision in the jungle.
Oop.
Oh, it's
a good trade
yes.
for Nerman here, but yeah, don't forget that Harpoon can heal quite a bit of that up.
That's true.
Although those got stuck within the minions, so he did get a few more autos there on the top. Overall, seems like the bot lane is going to be quite explosive. Nerman and
yes.
Chipsy there trying to push for as good of a trade as they can, which is going to be a tiny bit harder because Senna can always try to heal you up.
Speaking of Senna, by the way, so this is again the fasting Senna because we can see the support item already for her. On top of that, there is Syndra on the side of Zero Tenacity. Z10 really want to be going into the late game this time because they have a lot of scaling on their kit. Orbit Anonymo, however, I feel like the idea there is the opposite because judging by the keystones, I would assume Nerman even is going to go with an AD build on himself, probably on heat, because that means that he's going to be most scary in the early to mid stage.
There we go. That's a very good exchange with the root coming in through as well. Chipsy gonna take so much damage.
He was leaked a little bit. Happens to everybody. Come on. Your usual bot lane. Your usual Saturday on the bot lane. Roizen and Kofti, though. These guys have a beef from the previous game that never ended, and the beef never ended with the game.
Settle your differences now.
Exactly. But Roizen is getting a lot of damage into himself.
And then apparently also, when it comes to Varus, one of the most popular builds you can do right now is the lethality virus.
Yes, but you usually would go with a different keystone for that. I would love lethality here because it means that he's going to have better scaling than just a proper AD virus. But we will see what the idea is in the end for Nerman. Honestly, there is so much front lane though in Zero Tenacity. Do you want to be going lethality into them? I feel like just going pure AD with a Kraken Slayer in your kit is going to be the best idea.
You could also do that always, of course, absolutely. You're going to be very efficient against Blue Resort and Erdode. With Melonic, he's not going to be that tanky, but it's still going to be nice because he's going to be taking away quite a bit of his HP that he's going to be healing up.
Yes.
Interesting. So, level 3 back from Royson, which means he's returning back to a very good wave. He's going to pick up quite a bit. And in the meantime, he's also coming back with the Cole, which means he's going to try to get himself into as good of a position as he possibly can.
And it's going to be a good position. Oh my god, somebody's very loud there. The fans are banking on...
Oh, it's Sylvan who's arriving with a drum.
Oh, he has a drum?
He has a drum indeed.
Oh my god. I was wondering why it was so loud here all of a sudden. Yes, Sylvan is having a big drum to cheer everybody up. But do they need cheering because they're fighting?
Oh, yes, we are indeed. Afroboy had to flash away. Here come they through with the flash invested from Blue Resort. Can they get him down just a bit more? One last auto to get the first blood at Zero Tenacity. Pick it up. The place goes wild about it.
Ah, it looks like it was the buff. Sylvan was the buff in the end for Zero Tenacity with his help, with the help of the drum. Finally, the first blood is happening for Z10, and it is the first blood again, actually, for Blue Resort. The history repeats itself.
It does indeed. Melonic might be a bit of trouble, but no. It is fine for the time being.
Z10, there is
Fans are going crazy as they have finally got their opportunity to witness the grand final of Ultraliga. And let's see how they're going to do. So the Baron, sorry, the Dragon is already up and running on the map. Mountain Drink is going to be the one to kick off the day.
Not the worst Dragon. I quite like it. I would want to see Zero Tenacity trying to take it as early as possible, but that would require Blue Resort to have things going on the bot lane, because otherwise...
A fight here.
Oh, Korotkiy!
Try to make sure that he's going to be in a fine position with the flash out. Blue Resort is not going to be able to help his teammate as Royson picks up that kill. Fight continues. Chipsy now throws himself into the fight on top of Erdode. Harpoon trying to fire away, trying to get him into the shadows, and he is going to be able to get out. DrBrilmann firing away with a few arrows of his own. Erdode is really low, but he's not going to be able to finish off. Blue Resort trying to go for Afroboy. You have to get a lot of your fours, mate, but you can't. It is on a cooldown, and Blue Resort did manage to pick up that kill. The whole Rift is just going wild here.
Oh, absolutely. Everybody has been waiting for this moment. Blue Resort right now is on the bot lane. No vision available for Anonymo. Do they know in
flashes are there. Here comes the fight. Chipsy might be in a bit of trouble. Flashes away from the root as Blue Resort polices away and not able to get anyone on top there. Ivan is here. Afroboy might try to help his teammates, but there's no fight.
No fights just yet, but Blue Resort will be looking for a fight. Blue Resort with the Volibear, that is a very dangerous combination. You can see how aggressive he is, and poor Ivan cannot really do much in the jungle right now. He's not even level 6, so he cannot call for Daisy and ask for help. And Zero Tenacity know that. They know they have the prio on the bot lane, and that's why they're taking the Dragon right now.
And to see the replay, Korotkiy, of course, was caught in a bit of a misposition.
Yes.
With the help of Afroboy, with the help of a few roots now and there, it did really make quite a bit of a difference. And Afroboy already dead. Chipsy might be the next one on the line. Royson hops over the wall with DrBrilmann firing away his arrows. Erdode already going down, but the shield is keeping him up alive. Prime is here. Hello, as Royson kicks him off as he goes trying to go into the invest more. Korotkiy now is the next one on the line, and DrBrilmann's going to pick up that kill. You take the Dragon, we take your soul, as it is 2-for-1 exchange.
What a beautiful moment for Anonymo. Look at that. Melonic doesn't have a TP. He just recently TP'd back to the top lane in order to get back to that, to get back in shape, and Prime used that moment to go and join his team on the bot lane. 2-3 in the end is the score between the teams. And yes, as you said, the Dragon goes into the pockets of Zero Tenacity. But does it matter if it's just one Dragon and if Prime is scaring you to go completely unleashed?
Chips and DrBrilmann are going to return back to the base, rather happy with so much on in their back pockets rather. And let's see the replay. Well, rather straightforward with a good route. There's a lot of damage you can do And with the leak from downtown, wow.
Leak from downtown, I love it. But I love how Royson joins it from pretty much the fog of war, and they're going on to endure it because they know he's low health right now. Of course, Tenacity are going to keep taking the Drake because Afroboy is dead. It means that there is no need to be worried about the smites. However, it is the moment the Prime joins that there is suddenly a shift of force, right? And Obit not bringing in the big guns and the numbers advantage, and suddenly Tenacity have to retreat.
The gold is still lying, though, in the favor of Zero Tenacity, despite the fact that there was a good exchange and a good reaction, just as you mentioned. 500 gold is the lead that they have. Conquerors procs for both sides. A little bit of trading out and there. It's always very.
The boys are having fun. The Blurs are just standing in the ward.
Yeah, but he's standing in the ward, yes, indeed.
Oh.
It's going to be enough to back Prime off, which means that Melonic is going to use his runes to make sure that he can get another turret plate. Man is propelling himself into such a good position. All turret plates has been picked up.
Yeah.
He will even finish the tower and take the first tower. And I am pretty sure that he's very close into completing his item.
And Blurzer doesn't even need to join. All he needs to do is be visible.
Might be in trouble. Royzen is going to be knocked away. The Afroboy flashing in, trying to go for a route. Didn't, finally found it. Tries to go now, finish him off with an ultimate. Here comes Blue Soul with a little bit of reinforcements help. As he just arrived. Knock up from Daisy. Can they do more? Ultimate is going to be used to try to get out of the harm's way. He's going to get rooted. Doesn't give you an unstoppability after you use it. But Korotkiy now very much ready to get back into action. Throws Daisy around like a little ragdoll. Here comes Prime. Warzender has been knocked up with a little bit of Scatter the Weak as well, but it's not going to be enough for now as Royzen and Prime is still on the chase. Not able to finish him off in the meantime. Chipsy's having so much trouble. Might get tower doped here.
My goodness, everybody's so bloodthirsty today. Everybody wants to be fighting constantly. 10th minute, and we already have 5 kills, and could have been so much more on the bot lane and on the top lane. A lot of aggressive fights there. I love all with Anonymo that finally, because of the fight on the mid lane, they managed to scare Blurzer away from the top lane, giving Prime some breathing room. But in the end, it didn't work out for them into anything because they themselves had to rotate Prime down the river because they needed this additional help from him. And honestly, could have there been more flashes on the side of Obit Norum in that exchange? Most likely, with the help of Prime, they would have been the ones to get the kills, but well, it didn't happen. But this turret, what is going to happen to it? You know what is going to happen to it. It's going down, boys!
Look at the amount of resources that Melonic has in his hands. His first item is already completed. He's already around with a huge advantage when it comes to the top side on the map. Blue Resort is going to use that because they've got the prior, they've got the first turret down, they've got pretty much everything that they need, and they're going to bring down the Grops too. With Harpoon here, it is one of the best values you can get because out of every single Void Grub you get, I think, both of them, from every single one of them you get 2.
Yes.
Which means he just got 6 stacks out of pure thin air.
Yes, well, he was there to help physically and mentally. He was like, hey, boys, show them perhaps what we're made of, or something. But yeah, in the end, it is the souls for him, and that is everything that matters for that Senna. On the bot lane, however, Nerman is still farming up. Nerman is being licked in the process, to be fair, but he has the goal. He has a kill, he has an assist, only has completed boost so far, so it's not like he already is a competent fighter, but he's getting close to his first item. And after the first item is completed, I am assuming Blade of the Ruined King? Just a wild thought right now, but after that we are going to be talking about Nerman ready for a fight.
Well, the biggest thing that you can see right now is the fact that Royzen is building up. So he is one of the wealthiest people on the entire Rift, followed close by Nerman, and he's falling behind quite a bit from Melonic, who has been feeded an entire tower with all the turret plates together on it. However, he's 201. The core is going to get cashed in very, very soon, which means he's going to be absurdly powerful when it's going to come to any skirmish or a team fight.
All right, the second dragon, it is the camp dragon, as you could have guessed, and a TP is coming in. Tenacity want to make sure that this time nobody is going to snatch away the second dragon from them. They want to be stacking those. They want to be going into a very quick soul point again for some more souls, and the second drake is down, and we have the ocean soul this time, perfect for Zero Tenacity.
The stars are aligning as the first turret now is going to be, or rather turret plate, sorry, is going to be picked up here in mid as well. Doty, Harpoon, Blue Resort, everyone. It's 3-on-3, by the way. Not sure if you know about this. Stun coming in through onto Tom Kench. He's not going to be able to survive for longer. Tries to get out with the help of the ultimate, with the help of the flash. Doty is still alive.
That is...
Korotkiy around 2.
No, 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 no. Nothing is going to happen out of there. I'm sorry, but no kills on this bot lane right now. Tori, Tankage is such a weird champion, right? He's there to provide safety for the AD carry, but he also provides so much safety for his own. And we have the first items coming in. Look at the look at the mid lane. The Kraken Slayer versus the Luden's Companion.
Oh yeah, this is going to be one big of a fight between the two. Also, Sundered Sky already completed for Blue Resort 2. And yeah, I don't even want to think about Melonic, about the fact how powerful he's already and how more powerful he's growing to be.
And he hasn't recalled in some time. We're going to see more items pouring in when he finally goes and recalls from this top lane, because so far he just wants to get to the enemy access. He's doing the Prime's job today, apparently.
Yeah, pretty much. Mid lane suffered quite a bit. Top lane suffered quite massively. All in all, it gives Zero Tenacity quite a bit of wiggle room to try to go for more things currently. They can try and get themselves a few more... Oh no, never mind. That's not Void Grubs. This is actually already Herald's time.
Yes. So 2 Void Grubs for them only in the end, but the Herald is going to be a nice victory. I would assume... Listen, I think it's going to be the mid lane turret that the Herald is going to blink into. First of all, the timing is not perfect yet, but we are getting closer to the 3rd dragon of the game, and Zero Tenacity must secure this one if they want to go for an early soul. Second of all, with how the top lane is looking right now, they need to open up the mid lane as well to have 2 lanes to go through.
Prime is already in a bit of trouble. Harpoon and Blue Resort are ready to pull the trigger, and they will slow him down. No roots, a flash, stun, flash from Prime, ultimate used as well. In the meantime, teleport from behind, Melona gets the first kill. Here comes Royzen, might be in so much trouble. Goes right between Blue Resort and Melona, but look at the damage he's dealing together with the Kraken Slayer. Herald now being rode as the turret is about to fall. Chipsy and Royzen are standing here together with an army of Void Grubs that they need to defend their turret from.
And with this death of Prime, this is a change of plans, but it's a good change of plans for Zero Tenacity, because now they can completely open the top lane. Decided to release the Herald there, got a bonk into the base turret even. Top lane is non-existent for Orbit Anonymo anymore at this point. And I have questions about the necessity of the teleport from Royzen in the end, but well, it is done. Neramin, are you done though?
Here comes the corruption as he trying to force him down. Harpoon is here to try to help him out. Doty might fall before Neramin does though, but no, last more auto is gonna be just enough to bring Neramin.
This Tankage has been farming all this time. This Tankage has been getting money in. That's why his first item is Unending Despair. And it deals damage. It deals ridiculous amount of damage to the enemy surrounding you. Neramin, unfortunately, stood no chance, even though he fought valiantly to the end. But bot lane right now is pretty much lost as well for Orbit Anonymo.
Here comes Korotkiy, flashes out from the ultimate from Chipsy. Here comes the Scatterweak as well. The Harpoon is going to try to help out, but he's going to run into a ward. Therefore, he needs to start and clear it. In the meantime, Melonic brings down that bot lane turret. Doty, that's a good farming wave.
Oh yes, that's a juicy wave. Even more money for the front lane of Zero Tenacity. He's going to be really annoying to deal with. That is another part of this Senna-Tankage combination on the bot lane, right? It's not just Senna who's getting the stack scene that you need to worry about. It is also Tankage who is becoming so tanky that sooner or later you're posed with the question, how do we even kill that Toad? Do we even kill the Toad is going to be the right question.
What is a Toad? Why is the Toad?
Is there a Toad?
Toad.
Is Toad Toad?
Is Toad Toad? Is Toad Toad if Toad is being toted?
Can we just unbench the Kench and move on from here?
Unbench the Kench?
Yes.
Unbench the Kench.
Unbench the Kench.
15 seconds on the clock before the dragon is going to appear. 3rd Drake already, and looks like Zero Tenacity are going closer and closer towards getting the early soul. Afro Boy not going to get anyone just yet. Chipsy now tries to begin the fight. It's an absolute mayhem here, but Doty is saving his jungler as they're trying to go for more here. Daisy is going to get just right pulled in. No kills just through yet. Korotkiy is here to join his brother-in-arms.
But nothing to join yet. Nothing to join yet, because the previous fight ended with nothing, but the new fight hasn't started yet. But Z10 are closing in. They're not the first ones on the river. They have no vision.
And the fight, maybe, no, not going to commence just yet. Look at the damage Kopsey's dealing with. Oh, here comes the ultimate too. Ultra in the midst of it all, but he's got stunned and rooted. All the damage coming in through as now Royson fires over the wall. They're doing the God's work, but Melonic just goes through that wall and says hello right into his face. As Prime is falling dead already, Royson will invest his ultimate to get away. Zero Tenacity are standing tall from this fight as they will bring down the third Drake.
Can Anonymo find any answer to whatsoever?
Oh,
Sonic!
stun with the spin around. Afro Boy is down. Chipsy running between his minions, and he will stay alive.
And that is going to be, in the meantime, the third Drake for Zero Tenacity. Maybe some more kills?
The more, Nariman might be in a bit of trouble. Meloni hops over the wall. He is a killer croc, and he's on the hands. Chipsy dead, might be the next one. No, Erdote goes into his little travel and gets out of the harm's way.
You know what, DrBrilmann? I think the script that got leaked for me, I think it might be right. Just looking at this game, I think Zero Tenacity are very serious with going in and winning. But I want you to look at Prime in this very fight, because poor Prime has been controlled all the time. It is incredible how much Zero Tenacity are willing to throw at Prime in order to make sure he's not fighting. Look at the guy. He's standing for the majority of the fight. He's not able to do anything, because Zero Tenacity know that if he's dead, it is going to be so easy for them to deal with everybody else.
Hello? We did get a view, a little bit of the
everybody's happy.
4 minutes on the clock before the next Drake is going to appear, and I feel like this is one of the most crucial points that we have right now, because look at the goal difference. 5,000 goes into Zero Tenacity's way. They are in an absolute control of the game. 4-0-0 goes Melonic. The man is insanely powerful at this point. If they get another Drake, they will get a soul. If they get a soul, they're going, oh, Afro Boy, yeah, I'm not going to finish that though. By the looks of it, he's already dead. The stun coming in through with so much damage. One last auto from the Tom Kench. He is dead. Time to do the Baron.
Time to do the Baron, everybody. Apparently, this is the call for Zero Tenacity to go in. No jungle available for Orbit and Anonymo. There is Sun Vision available for Zero Tenacity, so they know that Orbit and Anonymo are coming, and they're catching them off guard. Royson!
Stun coming in through. Royson is going to get out. But the ultimate from Senna might have just sealed the deal. There was a little bit more damage through. Baron falling. Neriman in the meantime trying to push him through the mid lane turret. Can he though?
No, not this time. No, Zero Tenacity are turning around. They have enough power to slay down an early Baron Nashor and to stop the enemies from going through their turret on the mid lane. Prime is going to try to do something on the bot, and it is very important for Anonymo to push in right now, because they have the objective bounties, and with their gold disadvantage, they need to look for anything possible in the jungle and to put in as much vision as possible. 2 minutes and 30.
Prime, stun, damage, World Ender, dead on the spot. He was trying to heal himself up, but you cannot heal yourself in a position like this. Teleport coming in through Melonic, you might have chewed a bit more, biting rather more than you can chew. Look at the shield though. Nariman is down with the help of Kopte. Afro Boy, next one. It's not just a killer croc, it's also a lumberjack by the looks of it. And Chipsy's trying to run for his life, but one more W with Scatter the Weak, and a bit more will be enough to bring down Chipsy.
12-3 is the score between the teams, DrBrilmann. 12-3. This is a massacre on the Summoner's Rift. Zero Tenacity looked at game 1.0 and were like, no, we don't like in which direction it's going. We want to go all in. And we talked about how important it is for them to start winning a game early in order to snowball from there. Well, if I've ever seen a snowballing game, this definitely is one. Zero Tenacity have everything. And in a minute and 35, they are also going to have the soul if they even need it, if they even want to go for it.
The Baron is there. All the three sources is there right now, or are there rather, as Melonic is going to push through the mid lane. Bot lane is getting heavily sieged. They're not going to bring down the inhibitor, which is one of the best goals you can do right now. You don't want to give your opponent a possibility of actually giving more resources to your enemy. Because if you bring down that inhibitor, that means there's going to be more minions per inning, and there's going to be super minions per inning.
Yes.
And you don't want to do that. What you want to do instead is to bring down the turret and left that inhibitor standing.
But first, this teleport from Linnik, it doesn't look safe because he's teleporting into 3 enemy members. He doesn't see what is happening there. He's easily available for Afroboy. But look at his focus. He jumps onto Naramin and he doesn't let him go until he is confirmed to be dead. And after that, it is enough time for Zero Tenacity for the rest of the team to come up, to catch up and collect even more kills going on from there. I am telling you, this is not even Snowball anymore. This is an avalanche of Zero Tenacity going down.
And now Orbit and Anonymo need to find a way how they're going to withstand the force of that avalanche, because there's 20 more seconds on the clock before the Ocean Drake is going to appear on the map. This soul is going to give them even more resources to try to work with. Fight is not yet happening, although it's pretty much everyone is happy to pull the trigger, especially on Zero Tenacity's side. They're absurdly powerful at this moment. Almost 10,000 gold lead is what they're sitting on. 501 Renekton, 223 Syndra.
And you were talking about this Renekton not being tanky. Look at the items. He's going with a Randuin's Omen as a 3rd item. This Renekton is not just dealing damage, he's also incredibly hard to kill in the process.
He's also unkillable. I'm sorry, you're not getting me now. Prime is together with Afro. Look at the damage he's doing with the spin around. Tries to go for more. It's 1 versus 3, and he's still standing. Here comes Erdote. Here comes Korotkiy with the ultimate as well. Afro Boy already dead. Erdote is going to finish him off on himself. Korotkiy is on the killing spree. They kill the Atrix, and they're looking for more and more and more as Naramin is going to walk right into this trap. Flashes out to try to go for more as Blue Resort is still on the chase. So is Melonic looking for the support of Orbit Anonymo. Chipsy walks into a bush, walks right into the killer Krog, leaving it to Korotkiy as the chase still continues. Harpoon, Erdot, and Blue Resort are going to find Harpoon. They are just tearing the entire top 1 team apart.
And look at the timers. The death timers are just a little bit not enough for Zero Tenacity to finish the game on the spot, but they are enough for them to give it a shot. Now finally they can open up the enemy's base. They can take down all of the base turrets if they wish to. They could even go for the inhibitors, but Orbit and Anonymo already resurrecting. Good for them. They have a breathing room right now. They can try to clear up as much as possible, because in 4 minutes and 50 seconds from now on, we are talking about the Elder Dragon that is going to be on the map. And this, honestly, just look at Melonic. I am amazed at what this guy is doing. We have had our doubts about this guy. We have been talking that we're not sure where to put him in a league that is so saturated with really good top laners, but today he's insane. I don't know what they feed them in Zero Tenacity, what they feed them this week before the finals, but Melonic is insane.
The amount of impact he's bringing onto the map is absolutely crucial. As you can see, that entire squad is just assembling behind them because he's leading them to victory. Korotkiy here picks up the kill for his own, and you've been talking about timers. Well, look at the right corner, and you can see that there's 45 seconds before the Baron is going to appear. And if Orbit and Anonymo do not find a way how to stop Zero Tenacity from taking that Baron, that might just as well be the end of game number 1.
Quite possibly, honestly. With 2 inhibitors completely open on the side of Orbit and Anonymo, Zero Tenacity, without the Baron, they can just go through the mid lane and open up the base turret there, because it's only the inner turret and the base turret they need to go through. With the Baron, honestly, Zero Tenacity, considering how far ahead they are at this point, 10k gold lead for the whole team, with the Ocean Salt that is giving them so much additional healing, they will be able to finish the game.
They might indeed. 5 more seconds. The Baron warps out of...
Gorgeous. Out of what? Of river?
Of the void.
Of the void, yes.
Yeah, I was trying to remember what is this? Out of the void, as Prime walks up, tries to go for a little bit of damage onto Erdoti. They're not able to do anything whatsoever. Baron is falling down. There's nothing you can do. And now it's Tom Kench, who is on the chase, tries to go for Ivan. Doesn't really find a lot. Prime is here as well. The Baron already dead. And that is a moment for Orbit and Anonymo to reconsider their strategy and go, right, time to pretty much just defend ourselves.
Well, to be fair, they didn't even go to fight for the Baron. You can see Roshan was in the bot lane, Nermin was in the mid lane. The idea was not to fight for the Baron because they know they cannot fight. They're smarter than that. They know that they need to push the minions as far away from the base as possible. But Andorra is teleporting in. Goddamn, Zero Tenacity really are going for the end, aren't they?
They are looking to end this game. They feel the amount of power that they have in their hands right now that they can end the game without a slither of trouble, and it seems to be just the case. Mid lane turret is going to be sieged in just a little moment. Roizen is trying to depush top lane to make sure that they can't go for the inhibitor, while in the same time, Melonic is pushing through the bot lane. It is pretty much a 4-1 combination. Let's see if they can execute it to the fullest.
They should be able to. They are still so much stronger. They have the Baron buff. They have the power of full dragons on their side. And they have, oh my god, Chipsy. Look at Chipsy. He's almost dead already. That is the front line.
Okay, going on to Melonic now. Can they finish him off right in time? Roizen trying to be the hero, trying to play for his team, but there's nothing they can do. Look at him, he's still standing. Blue Resort is barely scratched after this exchange. Daisy is almost dead as well, as the base of Orbit Anonymo is falling and being torn apart by the force of Zero Tenacity.
Game 1.5 is not over yet, but it might as well be, because 16-3 and Zero Tenacity are looking for ways to finish this. Prime, can you be the hero?
Oh, Blue Resort, eaten by Erdote, saved by Erdote. Kofte looking to get as many kills under his belt as he can. Orbit Anonymo are falling down like dominoes, and Nexus is next.
20-4, game number 1. The proper game number 1 is won by Zero Tenacity. The buff of the crowd, the buff of Silvan with a big drum. Everything is helping out for them, and the crowd is going insane. The crowd is so happy for their champions who took game number 1, and maybe if they continue like that, will take home the trophy today.
We have been doubting Zero Tenacity, we have been questioning the team, we have been having concerns about how are they going to approach this first game. But now we have been just shown that they can fight. Ladies and gentlemen, the first game of tonight is over, but the series is far from being. And I am assuming that it is time for Orbit Anonymo to reconsider their strategies and approaches and get ready for round 2. Ladies and gentlemen, a small break, and we're back for game number 2.
Wjedź do elektryzującego świata esportu i zagraj z nami. Moc energii zapewnia elektryczna Kia EV6.
Sí, ¿vos de qué parte sos?
Yo de aquí.
Ah, mira.
¿Tú de qué parte eres?
Del norte.
Nowy Galaxy S24 Ultra. Kup już dziś.
Czas na przerwę, czas na KitKat.
This is the world's most advanced processor. In entertainment, its rendering speeds render other processors obsolete. Powers cloud services for billions. Helps change the course of climate change. And uses AI to accelerate disease detection and cures. We make the world's most advanced processors. But only with your vision can we advance the world. AMD. Together, we advance.
Stay with it. Go out till I get it. Back to the wall, I'ma finish. Stay with it. Don't care if I fit it, gonna fall sometimes just to give it. Stay winning. I'm up, I'm getting everything that I want, cause I said it. Stay up, yeah, stay up. Yeah, ask what you wanna. I'm not scared, no fear, I'm a stunner. Yeah, do what I'm gonna. I don't care, no pause, no karma. Yeah, leave me out the drama. I get money, watch you get karma. I'm not your mama, but you look up to me, that's why you're always in my business. Not many out there who can resist. I could do everything just to fit in, but I swear I'd rather be a misfit. Got boys, so I made a new lane and I switched it. Vroom, vroom, past them, they didn't wanna listen. Now I gotta zoom, zoom in the coupe with the roof back, make sure I can see to the mission, yeah. I wake up so elegant, with my eyes so delicate. If you wanna go toe to toe, though, I'll cuss you out so eloquent. I fall asleep so easily, only one I ever wanna be is me. I got dreams, baby dreams, so I sleep real good. Gotta get rest, get set, stay up, stay with it. Go out till I get it, back to the wall, I'ma finish. Stay up, stay with it. Don't care if I fit it, gonna fall sometimes just to give it. Stay winning. I'm up, I'm getting everything that I want, cause I said it. Stay up, yeah, stay up. Stay up, stay vital. Wanna come for the title, I don't give time to the rivals. I'm the one, I'm an idol, I could do it all with my eyes closed. Got a couple good tricks and I flip if it doesn't get fitted. Stay up, stay with it, yeah. you wanna go toe to toe, though, I'll cuss you out so eloquent. I fall asleep so easily. Only one I ever wanna be is me. I got dreams, baby dreams, so I sleep real good. Gotta get rest, get set, stay up, stay with it. Go out till I get it. Back to the wall, I'ma finish. Stay with it. Don't care if I fit it, gonna fall sometimes just to give it. Stay winning. I'm up, I'm getting everything that I want, cause I said it. Stay up, stay vital. Wanna go for the title. I don't give time to the rivals. I'm the one, I'm an idol. I can do it all with my eyes closed. Got a couple good chicks and I flip if it doesn't get fitted. Stay up, stay with it. Yeah, I'm up, I'm winning. Yeah.
Yeah, you wanna put that dish in your mouth.
Wish you could slide into my mind and make me mine. Push play rewind. It's sweet outside, and so am I. You wanna slide like dynamite. Lay your eyes on me, find out with me, baby. Yeah, next round on you. I'll take that too. Be good to you. My appetite. Turn my head with a side flip. I know you like it. Baby, go and earn it. Or stay frustrated. Let me draw your map, so you know where you're at. Like to attract, and you react. Lay your eyes on me, find out with me, baby. Yeah, next round on you. I'll put that too. Be good to you. My appetite. Lay your eyes on me, find out with me, baby. Yeah, next round on you. I'll take that too. Be good to you. My appetite.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are getting ready for game number 2, and we can take a look at the replays of this absolute mayhem of game number 1.
I wanted to be looking at Zero Tenacity in those replays, because what they're doing with the team fights right here, fighting against a team that excels at those team fights, is really strong. I wanted to look at who they're focusing every single time. They know who they need to be going. In this fight, for example, as I said already, Prime is their focus. The moment they realize how genius the position of Frozen is in this fight, they're like, yes, we need to get this guy eliminated, because otherwise he's eliminating us from the safety of his little pit.
And overall, what a way of Zero Tenacity to actually kick off that series. And I mean, I know we've had the game number 1 that went poorly from technical standpoint, and now we're officially going into game number 1 and then officially game number 2. But Zero Tenacity are opening up with an absolute statement. They have taken control over the top side of the map. They have pushed Zero Tenacity out, Orbit Anonymo out of any possible lead, never allowing them even to take any resources. And it felt like from the very early moment, they have been just firmly in control of every single thing that is going on.
They were dominant. They wanted to be dominant. They wanted to make sure that the late game never happens. But the thing is, in theory, looking at the drafts for Orbit and Anonymo, the early game should be going fine. Them playing around the early game should be fine. However, it is Zero Tenacity who take things in control so aggressively that they never let Orbit and Anonymo play the game. They're always the ones reacting to what's happening.
But and they couldn't even react, right? That's what pretty much drives the force of Zero Tenacity in this very first game.
Yes.
They are not even allowing Orbit Unknown to take a moment, breathe in and go, okay, how are we going to react to this?
Yeah.
No, there's no reaction. There's nothing you can do, because every single time we are just faced with an opportunity of, okay, we could try to fight for it, but we actually can't.
Yeah. And there is never this opening for them, never any window to do anything. In the first game that never ended, at least they were able to find some grounds to work with. At least they were able to find Dragon, for example. The second Dragon. The fact that this second Dragon still did not happen in this game set Zero Tenacity on a really good path, but was a really worrying side for Orbit and Anonymo.
It felt like they have executed the very same game plan that they had for game number 1, but they just did it way more aggressively.
Yes, exactly.
And that's how they pretty much got themselves in the rails. We do have a confirmation that Orbit Anonymo decided to stay on the red side. Okay. Which is an interesting way of approaching. I guess there's going to be a bit of a different approach when it comes to draft.
It should be.
Because the draft was pretty much okay, but it's the early game execution of the and early to mid game execution, I would say, of draft to Zero Tenacity that pretty much set Orbit Anonymo on a path of just.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I would love the top lane picks to be different, though. As much as everything else can go different, top lane must go different if Orbit and Anonymo want to win this one. Not allowing Renekton for Melonic is one thing, because this guy knows how to play an early game champion and to just transform him into a late game bully, because it's not an easy task with Renekton. So many times, even in Ultraliga, we see people picking Renekton to the top lane, not doing anything in the early game, and then feeling completely useless later on. This Renekton was the opposite of useless. He could go solo into 3-4 enemies and still survive, and still get the kills in the process. So this should not be allowed for Zero Tenacity. At the same time, Prime needs to be playing something else. I am not convinced with Prime on Aatrox, not because he's a bad player, but because I think this champion doesn't give him enough freedom of movement, enough freedom to do anything on the top lane in general.
I guess that's also a bit of a two-pointed stick, right?
Okay.
Because, yes, but at the same time, in this game in particular, there wasn't a lot of room for anyone.
That's true.
Tristana never had an opportunity of actually rolling. Varus, even though that we know Naramin is one of the best Varus players that we have in the league currently, he never really got a chance even to play the game.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody got a chance to play the game when it came to Orbit and Anonymo. And I feel like this is exactly what we should try to take a look at in terms of how Orbit and Anonymo are going to try to position themselves in this draft, in this game, and how they're going to approach it coming to game number 2. If you don't want us to go 3-0, of course.
Yeah, that would be a little bit boring, to be honest. And I had a very quick chit-chat with Anonymo guys, and they told me, hey, don't worry, we're going to take it in a long series. Everything is going to be fine. I want to believe them, but let's see if they are right or wrong, because the drafts are coming in Zero Tenacity. As you said, still on the blue side, don't want to see Kalista. Anonymo still don't want to see Derry, so we are still seeing for the 3rd draft in a row already a lot of emphasis towards those AD carries.
Well, both of these AD carries are a crucial part of the team. Both Nerman and Harpoon, of course, have been exceptionally impactful when it came to all of these games. And let's see, pretty much the draft is going the very same way. Probably Kama will be taken away, given the experience of the 2 previous drafts.
Yeah.
Yep, well, there it is.
Yeah, Senna this time. Okay, that's the difference. So Nautilus is available for Zero Tenacity if they want to lock it in for a Dota and take it away from Chipset at the same time. And they want to do exactly that. What can we say? It's a good support, and both supports know how to play him exceptionally well.
Absolutely so. Volibear might be now locked in for Afro Boy or Prime. You never know, really, if that Volibear is going to all of a sudden go, you know what? I do like top lane, Alan.
I would still say it's Afroboy pick, to be fair, because it doesn't really suit Prime, it suits Afroboy, however, much better. And from the previous times that Anonymo have picked Volibear, we know that it always goes into Afroboy's hands. And for Prime, picking something for Prime as the first pick doesn't really sit right with me at the same time. They want to give him the opportunity of a counter pick. However, with Israel, I might be completely wrong.
Rel now locked in. Might be a flex here, yes indeed, into jungle. Might be a support pick. Zero Tenacity decided to take it a little bit more traditionally with a pick of Xin Zhao as the first champion. Still quite a few things they can try to pivot themselves into, or not show their, well, they will show their bot lane, and they will take Aphelios.
They want to take Aphelios. Last time they decided to go into Senna. This time, however, Aphelios is back, and Aphelios and Nautilus is a really powerful duo on the bot lane. So no surprise that they go for it. So we are back pretty much to the draft from game number 1.0.
1.1, 1.0.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, Ezreal locked in for Nariman. Pretty much right now, lets him play a weak side in case there's going to be a need for it, because Ezreal is unbelievably self-sufficient when it comes to the laning phase. It's going to be a bit harder when Nautilus is around, but if you can pilot yourself pretty well, then you could allow your support to get out and go roam.
I gotta say though, Orbit and Anonymo are really playing to the strength of the right side because they have 3 flexes at this moment. We don't know where Volibear goes, we don't know if Rel is a jungler or a support, and Ezreal can go into Rosen's hands as well. So Orbit and Anonymo are showing a lot, but at the same time, they're showing nothing about their team identity. While for Zero Tenacity, you already know, yes, here is a front line, they would need front line, they would need some AP, strong AP damage on the mid lane as well, and something bruiseration on the top lane.
Let's see how they're going to turn this around, though, because the second rotation of bans is going to bring in Renekton and Aatrox, which pretty much makes sense. Aatrox, as a champion on itself, can do a lot of damage, and Renekton, we've just seen what happened in the game before with a Melonic piloting him. Orianna, as the last ban, making sure that the same draft as we have seen in game number 1, the actual game number 1 that didn't happen, was this particular draft. Still, though, I feel like Kofte has quite a bunch of things he can still play.
He has. I gotta say that his champion pool is much smaller than the one from Rosen, so if you take away some picks from him, it's going to hit him much harder than it would be if you try to do the same with Rosen, which is pretty much impossible. However, yes, he still has some things up his kit, but now this Talia, I am not sure anymore what Orbit and Anonymo are trying to go for here. I think the last pick is going to reveal it all to us.
Oh, Zero Tenacity are opening with the Vladimir. For a second, though, I was hoping that we might see him in the game. Yeah, long time no see.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Vladimir.
Somebody was asking for Gangplank today, right? Somebody from the public. I saw a little sign saying, please pick Gangplank.
Maybe.
Oh!
Well, not banned away, which means it's going to be picked up quite instantly. Melonic probably quite happy about it, and it's the mid lane pick that is now going to be the most important.
And they can counter. They kind of have an idea of approximately who goes where and what is down the Orbit Anonymo side, but still, even with 4 picks so far, no certainty in who goes where on the side of Orbit Anonymo. And finally, I've been blessed. Ari is taking her way back into the Summoner's Reach, and she's going to be played on the mid lane.
I feel like it is the safest call at this exact moment because you practically go, yeah, if you want wave clear, I've got wave clear. If you want control, I've got control. If you want damage, I've got damage. If you want mobility, I've got mobility. Pretty much everything. And Yoni now locked in. Okay, let's take a look at this because I am getting conflicted. So it is Rel plus
Ezreal, right? They're going to change, right? Nermin will not play Talia.
Oh, he will. Oh, he will by the looks of it.
Wait, no, they're just kidding with us,
Talia
right?
Rel. No, okay, yeah. Jesus Christ. I would love to see it, not gonna lie. I would love to see if they can execute this.
I gotta say though, picking Ari into Talia is bold and admirable because Talia will not let Ari ult freely. The moment she lands her minefield, this is a no-go zone for Ari. She cannot flash, she cannot dash alternate anymore. She's going to be stunned immediately and she's most likely going to be dead. Orbit Anonymo though, I like their draft. It is a little bit conflicting, definitely unusual compared to the don't leak personal messages, cameraman. Hey, that is rude. Either way, for Orbit Anonymo, I like this top lane plus jungle combination. I think
all the prep. I will.
We know the script.
Oh yes. Well, steal away all the prep that you have done.
Yes. But listen, the top lane jungle duo for Orbit Anonymo is incredibly strong. And 8 power spikes, it pretty much just boots for Yone. It is very early on the lane, and they already are ready to go completely unstoppable. I would need to see Orbit Anonymo trying to play around it and trying to go for the grabs themselves this time.
They might do that, and it feels in general that this draft is pretty much about being as proactive as they possibly can be, right? It's just about we are going to fight, we are going to look for possibilities, look for skirmishes, look for trades, and on paper, it sounds they are in a better position. But it looks like we're having an interview underway, and let's take a look.
After the first game.
I mean, basically, I think we had a comp that had to rely on snowballing, and I think we did a good job overall. I think as a team, Orbit Anonymo is playing more to scale, so as long as we can take this kind of comps and snowball well with it, we're going to have a good game. So
Definitely. Second game, so many targeted balance at ADC, both Nermin and Harpoon. Are you happy with the bot lane that you've got?
I mean, I think we're extremely happy, both like all of the drafts that we did with bot lanes that we have. So, and I think we practice this a lot with these bans in mind, so we're super confident going into this game.
Yeah, and the last question, unfortunately, we did have a technical pause. I wanted to ask you, how did you, as 5 members, as a whole team, manage to get through such a long time?
I mean, to be honest, we haven't been on LANs for a while, and we knew going in that there might be some technical difficulties, and it's something we prepared for mentally. And so when it happened, we're just like, okay, guys, you know, we are ready for something like this to happen. We are not online, so just try to stay calm and keep focusing on the next game.
I really respect that approach. Thank you so much. Good luck to all of the teams. A głos oddaję do komentatorów. Zaczynajmy grę numer 2.
Just as Magnier said himself, we are ready for game number 2 of the grand finals of Samsung Galaxy Ultraliga.
And if Zero Tenacity take this game, if they win the second game in a row, imagine the morale boost this is going to be for them. Imagine how hard it is going to be for Orbit Anonymo, who already are under so much pressure, playing with 2 players being remote from them. And if they go into a lose streak, it's going to be incredibly hard for them to bounce back. They must win this game if they want to stay competitive.
Absolutely so. So let's get ready to rumble, since we have a rumble.
Oh, that's true.
On in the game. Keystones seems relatively standard. Don't really see anything too much. Korotkiy going with an electrocute, interesting to me. I really want to see him try go for these very aggressive trades as much as he can.
He should. Honestly, he absolutely should. First of all, he's Ari into Talia. He needs to be aggressive. Second of all, yes, with electrocute, you have so much additional power in those little exchanges on the lane. I quite like it. I think Zero Tenacity's idea is again to try to go as aggressive as possible, though it's a little bit harder this time because Volibear is not on their side. But Blurzer is playing the signature pick. He's back to his roots, his Zinjao, and we know what to expect from this guy when he's on his signature pick.
Absolutely so. Overall, seems like the teams are taking this relatively slowly this time around. the pathing of the junglers is going to be quite interesting and might be just absolutely crucial to the way how the entire early game is going to pan out.
Oh, Melonic.
I think you're walking right into someone's... Oh, okay. Reward, basically. Prime disappointedly just walks out, goes, oh, never mind.
Yeah, I wanted to surprise you. You ruined my surprise.
wanted to say hello.
Yes. You just kicked me. Why would you do that? Yeah, not very nice, Melonic. Not very nice, but well. Melonic wants to dominate the lane. We already saw the guy doing that in the previous game.
Yes.
Honestly, with Rumble, you can and you should do exactly the same.
Yeah, but now he's going against Yone, and there is a Volibear. Right, with Rumble, there's one thing you need to keep in mind is that you don't really have too much escapes.
Yeah.
So if you go way too deep into the enemy territory, there's a huge chance you won't be able to just try and get out as soon as possible.
Yes, there is a possibility. He needs to be careful. He needs to let Prime push into him. Oh my goodness.
Level 2 being reached by that Nautilus, which means it's time to go for really good trades, and the trades are actually quite good. Still in the favor of Z10. Look at the health bars.
Yes, Chipsing cannot do anything like that again. He's going to be beaten pretty hard, and Harpoon has a pretty nice gun combination to be able to punish Chips for even trying to get close to them. So bot lane so far looks fine for Z10. Farm-wise, they are pretty much the same in terms of the AD carry farm, so it is looking good. I wonder at which point it's going to explode, because it has to.
Overall, looking at the state of the game, both junglers are top side of the map. Probably not going to look for any particular place on the top side of the map. You can't really, especially if you use Tenacity at this current position, because there is a wall that is going to just deny you from doing so. So what you can do is try to get as much resources as you can, maybe fight for the scuttle, theoretically as well.
Or invade the enemy jungle, if you're Afroboy right now.
Yeah, well, he is faster when it comes to the clear. He's way faster, to be precise.
So he just placed the vision. Oh, Prime is rotating though.
Okay.
He took the blue buff.
Yep.
Okay, aggressive. We like it. Orbit Anonymo need to find an aggressive answer to Zero Tenacity. They cannot just...
And they can't, that's the problem. Because the only thing they can do is answer with a Scuttle Crab. There's nothing more on the entire map that you can do as Blue Resort. You have been denied with the thing that just keep you off the tempo. And he's been just kept off the tempo. You don't have enough damage even in the early game to trade as effectively against the Volibear as you would want to.
You can't, and you shouldn't be trading with a Volibear in early game. And Afroboy is on his way to his level 6, and after that it is going to be even harder to trade with him, because he can always just jump away from you with the ultimate or jump onto you if he feels a little bit spicy, and that is what he wishes to do. Prime, however, not Prime, sorry, Melonic. I like what Melonic is doing right now on the lane. He's keeping the lane in a safe position. He knows that if he's ganked, he's pretty much dead. So he's trying to keep eyes around, and he's trying right now, if he goes into the enemy turret, he wants to do that with a big stack wave, so he can quickly grab a blade and go recall.
He doesn't really want to allow Volibear to even have a theoretical opportunity. Oh, okay.
Ooh,
so Urzote and Blue Resort are rotating themselves towards the top side of the map. 10 seconds more on the clock, and the robs are going to appear. And let's see how they want to play this round, because Prime doesn't particularly have means of escape, but he sort of does. He can use his kit to drag as much time as he possibly can. But no, instead they're just attacking the Void Grubs. Afroboy is here. 5th level versus 3rd. There is no way how Blue Resort can manage to actually not die here.
No, like, to be fair, he just got level 4, but yes, you're right. There is no way he's going to be fighting here. He has to retreat. He has at least 1 Void Grab, so it's not too bad. They can afford to give away 2 more to Orbit Anonymo, but for Orbit Anonymo, that is a really nice victory.
The one play on that blue buff pretty much sets up the entire play for Afroboy, because he's right now just miles ahead over Blue Resort when it comes to tempo, when it comes to resources, when it comes to experience. Right now he's just blatantly taking his jungle and taking his life. Tries to flash out with the knockup, but a flash, a jump, and a kill. And it's the first blood for Afroboy. In the meantime, Melonic with an equalizer gets 1. Tries to go for more. Chipsy flashes out level 3 and runs for his life. The cavalry is out of here as they are trying to get back to the base, into the arms of safety.
this is exactly what happened in the previous game, though. Just reversed. Because again, we have Volibear getting the first blood. We have the top laner finding an answer with the kill of their own. It's just that this time it is Anonymo who are getting the first blood.
NeraMin is alone here. Might have get hooked, but no. And look at that. So they're doing exactly the same thing. What are they doing is they are trying to let him go as a weak side, while in the meantime, Chipsy is just roaming around. That gives them the first blood, and that gives them even more space to pretty much just choke Blurazor out of the game.
But that is the whole idea of having Ezreal in your team, right? You want to put him on the weak side. You want to take a support that is going to roam around because somebody else is going to be the main hero of this story, not Ezreal.
Absolutely so. The first dragon is going to be taken by Orbit and Anonymo. They have those resources. They have the additional extra kick to it if you want. And the Hextech Drake is already through.
One Drake so far, but again, it is a Drake for Orbit and Anonymo, so they are leading in that sense, and Zero Tenacity have really been pushed behind, which is not a good look for them. We have already seen how well they scale if they have a good early game, but right now they're being denied it. The gold lead is very small for Orbit and Anonymo, but if you look everywhere on the map, they are in control of how things are going and what is happening there.
And it's now, in the meantime, Steelfare has been used onto Melonic. They're trying to finish him off. Can he, though? But no, the mark is not going to be enough, and the sways of two katanas are not going to bring the point home. However,
how many katanas do you need to take down Melonic?
Apparently way more than that, because if you look at that, there's reinforcements. Kofta and Blurazor here. They can try to take the last one. Through chips in now, instantly reacts and goes into a dot in order to take so much damage from NeraMin, but they're not able to finish him off. And be advised, NeraMin is level 6, which means he can go for an Arcane Barrage and try to finish her dot off.
He wouldn't finish it on it off, to be fair. It's not going to be enough damage, but he could try to help with the top.
Again, almost killed him in the process, not enough. Here comes Afro Boy, has the ultimate available to him. He can just go and take him down, and that's exactly what he's going to do as well. It's going to be denied by Korotkiy. Amazingly played here, but can you capitalize? Not by the looks of it. Melonic has fallen. Here comes the result, level 6. Finally, it's a little bit of an equalizer when it comes to the battleground, and Korotkiy will not be able to look for more after an incredible reaction time.
Very good reaction, but in the end, Zero Tenacity don't get anything out of that. It is another kill for Anonymo. It is another victory for them on the top part of the map. Zero Tenacity have to fish for something else. They need to try to go for those solo picks, and ideally solo picks on the Afro Boy, which they might be looking for right now.
Right now, Root coming in through the mark, the airborne, the knock-up, and another one, and the shutdown coming in through. Blurazor getting that sweet, sweet revenge.
150 gold is never bad to have, right? And for Blurazor, it is an important victory because finally it is setting him in a better position compared to Afro Boy. Because look at the difference in CS between the junglers. It is really big, which is something you expect from Volibear. He is going to be naturally farming faster than quite many of the other junglers, but for Blurazor, it is so crucial to get those leads.
He has been falling behind for the entirety of the game, and now he's just paying Afro Boy with the same coin that he has been served in the beginning of this game. Roizen, though, is going to invade into the enemy jungle, try to force him away perhaps, take a little bit of that space, take a little bit of that tempo that Blurazor is so desperately trying to get back into his hands. They won't be able to do it, though, but they will be able to take away that red buff, especially with the help of Roizen and Chipsy, and Blurazor, yeah, he has to back off here.
He doesn't... Oh, now he sees. Now with the ward he sees. He's going to...
I don't think he's still... Did he steal it? I think he did.
I think he did. Afroboy... No! He took Afroboy's red buff, so Afroboy got his red buff.
Ah, okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So they did bully him quite efficiently, quite effectively. That's sad. Bullying is not good. What do you mean, yay?
Charm, a few more good trades. That Electrocute is paying off so massively in these trades.
You take it for the laning phase, right? You take it for this additional oomph on the lane, and for Korotkiy, it's a very nice oomph. Speaking of oomph, Zero Tenacity could have been looking for something here, but Blurazor is recalling right now. Good time for a recall, because in a minute and 17 seconds, the next Drake is going to spawn. And if Zero Tenacity want to do what Anonymo tried to do in game number 1 that never ended, they need to stop the stacking of the Drakes.
Harpoon will have the quiver in the next fight, which is quite a good item, especially for those early skirmishes that you're going to have. 3 versus 3, 2 versus 2, it doesn't really matter. The good thing is that they are going to have, or rather he is going to have, an access to it. Both DrBrilmann and Chips are going to reset right now as well with a tiny bit more on their hands. And yes, as you can see, first item already completed. It is going to be the Essence Reaver, while Harpoon is falling behind a little bit, but he has completed Boots, so his attack speed right now is over the roof.
And he's a fast boy, so that's something. However, I really like, speaking of the completed items, I really like the Sun that Sky already completed for Alpha Boy. That gives him an edge when it comes to fighting around the Drake. 25 seconds on the clock before it's going to spawn. The Ocean Drake is the second Drake, so it's, again, a rather nice one to have, even as a separate Drake. And Obit Normal, look at them, they're already looking for a position. Erdoti, don't go in there.
He might be in so much trouble, and okay, the words pretty much just saves you here.
It does. It does. Everybody, don't face check. Just put your word in the bush and be happy and alive afterwards. But the Drake might not be alive for long because Obit Normal are still in control over the bot lane. They've pushed in. Harpoon has to stay right now to clear out this wave, which gives time for Obit Normal to rotate towards the Drake.
Blue Resort could try to go for a steal.
Yeah.
Not going to reach it with a W if he stands there, however. The Drake is falling down really fast. I don't think they're going to be able to do it in time. So the second Drake is now falling over to Orbit on the side. Erdoti with a hook in, coming in through, knock up onto Chipsy. Even more knocks up as we speak, but he's falling down. Blue Resort might be the next one on the line, and yes, he is indeed. Chipsy still alive, Royzen still alive. Harpoon running away for his own life as Korotkiy might be still on the run, healing himself up, trying to do so. Afro Boy will not be able to finish him up. Korotkiy is here. The charm is not going to connect, and Zero Tenacity did not punish Orbit Anonymo. Quite on the contrary, really. It's Orbit who are punishing their opponent for attempting.
Exactly, it's quite the opposite. Two dragons right now for Orbit Anonymo. They are on their way to the soul of this game, and that was a pretty good fight for them. They are taking the Drake. There is not enough time for Zero Tenacity to get in the pit. Really nice hook from Erdoti, but that is not the hook they have been looking for, because for Chipsy, it is just an opportunity to, for free, relocate himself, get in a better position for his own ultimate, and after that,
Go fast forward with the passive. He gets the kill. Harpoon now looking for more. After Boy has slain Erdoti, but now he's running for his life. Tries to get on all fours, perhaps. No control from Chipsy. Can they go for more with the flash forward? Brilliant mechanics from Blue Resort, and he just delivers that kill for Harpoon on a silver plate. Take it, my carry.
Harpoon has to say thank you very much, because right now he's all of a sudden at 2-0-0, talking about finding ways to punish Orbit Anonymo. That was so close.
Calculated.
But listen, if Zero Tenacity managed to feed Harpoon well enough, if he served good dishes, that is going to be a way for Zero Tenacity to win this game. Because for Orbit Anonymo, unlike the previous game, if they don't rotate Prime in, they have very limited ways of getting onto Harpoon. And look at Harpoon didn't recall after the previous fight. He's still really low in health. That's why Orbit Anonymo feels so... How do they feel? They feel brave. They feel bold, and they go for it, but the problem is...
The brave and the bold.
The brave and the bold, yes, thank you, yes. But Blue Resort is the problem. Blue Resort is insane in these little skirmishes. Don't give this man Xinjiao, please.
The problem is that you would think that after all the bullying that came there from the early game, he will not be as efficient as he is. Well, the problem is Silk Xinjiao, who has quite a bit of resources in his kit, and he's using that kit to his fullest. Right now, the problem is, though, that you've invested so much into the bot lane, that means you're going to... Never mind, teleport coming in through. Prime is here to try to make sure that DrBrilmann stays alive. And yeah, look at that. Orbit Anonymo actually making sure that they're completely intact. Might be going down here, though. Prime hops over the wall, gets back in with the Sealed Fate 2. Can he finish him off? No, he cannot. The ultimate is going to stay Blue Resort alive for the time being with the Magnet Storm, and they will be able to punish him, but DrBrilmann might be in trouble with the ultimate. Harpoon takes him down. Here comes Korotkiy dashing around and throwing his skills left, right, and center as Chips and Royzen are running for their life. You thought it's a trap. Zero Tenacity, guess what? We are trapping you.
And it's a kill for Korotkiy. Maybe another one? Maybe another one if he feels like it, but you can see the minefield was not letting him do anything. He still has the flash, he still has the electrocute, but now he has a Malignance and a kill in his pocket. This Ahri is going to be really scary to look at in the fights in the mid game, which we already are in. And if you look across Zero Tenacity, everybody is pretty much, apart from Harpoon of course, but everybody else is so scary, because Melonic and Korotkiy, both of them are pretty much on the spike that allows them to go into the big fights. But then here, I am not entirely sure what the idea is for Anonymo to decide to go further from here, because their vision after this pixel bush, their vision is very limited and they cannot know when exactly the enemy is going to come and punish them, which is what happens.
And right now, Tenacity seem to be in such of a strong lead, having everything under their control as we are entering that mid-game, just as you've mentioned. Might see even more fights here. Afro Boys looking perhaps for more, looking for Melonic, looking for a way to shut him down, but no.
Oh, they have Herald.
Yeah, they do have Herald, and I think they want to drop the Herald right here. So it's time to knock that turret off and make sure that Melonic is dead with him. Sealed Fate has been pushed forward, but look at that, Afro Boy, he goes, yeah, I'm disengaging. They almost killed him. Equalizer, he got him, Melonic! Can you stay alive? He's running for his life. He's slowed Royson in the meantime. He wanted to use the Weaver's Wall, but he's going to be denied and he's going to be killed. And Gutkowski's going to pick up that kill. Melonic will kill Afro Boy. Zero Tenacity are insane!
Try to tower dive me, and I'm going to punish you for that. I'm going to make you pay for going for me.
And look at that, we're looking for more. Gypsy running for his life. Dote are going to choke him in. Ultimate brought down, but not going to look for more.
No need to. Honestly, for Zero Tenacity right now, no need to overpush anything. They are in such a good spot. 3-1 Melonic, 3-1 Rumble. What do you do with that thing?
Bot lane turret now is going to get sieged. Looking for more. Gypsy flash forward. Magnet Storm denied. Teleport coming in through. Another one. Knock him on a naughty, but not able to finish him off. Here comes Melonic on teleport. Looking to try and make more kills fall into Vulcan of Zero Tenacity. Turret is going to be brought down. That's the first turret of the game in 18 minutes of this harsh fighting. And next kill is going to be the Dragon.
And finally the Dragons are starting to come in for Zero Tenacity. Finally the good things are starting to happen for them. Still not playing around Harpoon as much as they would like to, because he's only in the starting shift, but oh boy, they're playing around everybody else at this point, especially Melonic. Melonic is the grand star of this game, with Korotkiy being a potential second close one because he's 2-0-0 already.
The Herald has been finally brought down, and it's time for Anonymo to push on their own agenda. Equalizer drop down to make sure that the wave is killed as soon as possible. Here comes the result onto Afro Boy. Not able to finish him off just yet, but Oro's hooking him in. Here comes the ultimate 2. Look at that! Tries to get out, flashes out 2 to make sure that he's not in trouble. Now it's Gypsy sacrificing his life to make sure that Royson can stay, but he was rooted. He was pulled in. Triple man knockup. Gets the kill, gets the shutdown, but he is inevitably brought down.
The knockups from Royson. I know he died. I know Zero Tenacity won this fight, but what were those knockups from Royson? Insanely good. Korotkiy?
Really low? I think there was a fight here.
There is a fight everywhere, BrBrilmann.
Fair enough.
It is like one long, never-ending fight. But so far, Zero Tenacity seem to be winning this one, barely, because it's just 10-7, and the gold lead is, what, 2K-ish around, even less than that?
Yep.
But they are getting in control, and we are right now in the territory where Zero Tenacity, with their pick, are most comfortable, because they want to be playing around their mid-game. The moment second item for Harpoon hits, they are unstoppable.
It pretty much feels like so, but Anonymo, they need to find a way. How are they going to propel themselves into that mid game and late game? If they can just make sure that they scale, if they can just make sure that they get into that comfort zone, maybe we'll see a turn of the tables. But for now, doesn't really seem to be the case. The Baron is going to spawn in just 2 seconds. And he is here, ladies and gentlemen. We're entering the final stage of the game.
The items, 2 items on Korotkiy, 2 items on Harpoon, almost 2 items on Melonic. Zero Tenacity are unstoppable right now. Nobody Anonymo is as strong as they are.
2 items on Talia, 2 items on Ezreal. They are ready to try and have a fight for it. And I'll be damned if Anonymo are going to back down from this fight.
No, wait, 2 items on Afroboy, and those are good items. I love this Frozen Heart. An item and a half on Talia, though. She cannot complete the second item in time if Zero Tenacity push for something right now.
That is definitely true.
That is worrying, though.
They need a little bit more time.
Yes, exactly. But Zero Tenacity, if they're smart, they're not going to give them any time right now. They're going to push for something. Unfortunately, the Dragon is not up, but they're pushing for tempo around the Baron. They need to find something to play
but look at that. So Talia picks up the turret on top lane, gets all the gold from that, got all the gold from the wave here as well. So that means the next recall probably going to result into an item. Afro Boy stuck in 1-on-1, but he's going to be just fine because he's going to get a little bit of that slow, and Chipsy was already running there to make sure that he is protecting. If they don't go and make a tower dive here. Blue is off, finding him. The Hog coming in through with the equalizer, knock up in the air, flashes out, tries to get into safety, but he will not. Blue Resort picks up that kill, and that's an express comeback to the base.
And it could be a Baron time, or it could be at least Zero Tenacity knowing that they are in such a big control of the top part of the map. But I love what NeraMin is doing here. Destroying this mid lane turret slows down Zero Tenacity around the top part of the map. It forces them for sure right now to recall and to find some more things, probably rotate more towards the bot side, where in a minute and a half it's going to be a Drake. And now we're talking about completely different things, which is good for Anonymo because they needed this time to get the items in.
The more they drag the time, the more they will have space and resources and scaling and all the things they need to get themselves into a comfort zone.
Yes.
Now, will they be allowed at that time? Because the gold difference, it might be not that big. It's only 1,700 gold, but you can see that Zero Tenacity are stronger all across the board. Right now, it's Anonymo that need to find a good way to punish their opponents and then try to capitalize on that mistake and transform it into a good lead.
But can they do it? The usual question, right? Can they do it? Can they find something? 47 seconds on the clock before the Drake is going to spawn. Zero Tenacity are in a much better spot right now. Look at that, they have control over the river. I don't think Anonymo can afford to go into it, but what they can do is they can try to find something else. Maybe force a little bit of action around the Baron, maybe force a top lane.
It's only a second Drake for Zero Tenacity, so it doesn't really feel like, yeah, we're dropping one of the biggest things that we can do right now. It's only going to be 2 for 2, and you don't really want to go for an early soul, because if you have to fight for the order, in the meantime, Charm coming in through, Prime is going to go below the turret, but he won't be able to finish Korotkiy off. Almost got him. Here comes Erdot onto Afro Boy. Flashes out. Blue Zone out of the midst of it all. That has been brought down as well. Afro Boy instantly tries to disengage. Dances around. Still alive. Moonlight Sigil. Not killed. Yes! Last auto will result into a kill. Blue Zone now on top of Chipsy. Will not find it with the W. He's not going to be able to continue as they are still pushing through. Mid lane turret now in so much trouble. Coming in through onto Chipsy. Magnet Storm. Knows underneath the turret. He's going to be slain. It's the trade of support. Blue Zone with the flat forward onto Roizen. He's trying to finish him off, but no, he still can't. Last one for Harpoon is going to be enough. Flashes away from the sealed safe as now Prime flashes out of the way of Harpoon. NeraMin has arrived and instantly has to flash out himself. It's an absolute mayhem here in the mid lane.
And this is the Dragon for Zero Tenacity, an uncontested Drake. They don't have enough health on them to go to the Baron right now, but at least they can get the Dragon. For Anonymo, this is not looking good whatsoever. Let's have the replay of this fight, because it is not even starting good for them. With Afro Boy, he takes so much damage on himself. The moment the fight actually starts here, after the Weaver's Wall from Roizen, after a very nice knock-up, again, look at that. Zero Tenacity immediately focused them. First of all, because he's the front line. Second of all, because the Drake is still there, alive, and waiting for them. And now, finally, the Baron, but it's all Anonymo who are doing it.
Aridota's here.
Oh, no.
He can try to hook a NeraMin. If that's going to be the case, then he might be just slain here. But no, Baron has been already down. Here comes the Rezone and Melonic. Erdot getting into a fight with Prime, trying to get away. They have the enhanced recalls. Chipsy hops over the wall, is in a safe position. Equalizer to slow the enemies down. Hook not connecting. Can they catch up with anyone? Chipsy, no! He will dance it out on these hordes as Zero Tenacity now have to disengage because it's time for Orbit to turn it around. Here comes Melonic. Goes into the back lane, tries to go for Roizen. Goes golden because the flamethrower is still working. In the meantime, it is Chipsy with a Magnet Storm onto 2. Afro Boy will not be able to use his ultimate way too efficiently, and it's 2 for 1 now. Korotkiy on a killing spree indeed, and it's Orbit who are resetting. They have overstaked. They decided to go in for a punish, but they got punished themselves.
At least they got Melonic down, because Melonic deserved to be punished for that brave move of his. But in the end, yes, it is Anonymo who deserves to be punished a little bit more for, as you said, staying, for deciding to turn around and fight, for feeling a little bit too confident in themselves. But they have the Baron, and that is so damn important right now, because they are going to buy so much more time for themselves. But this fight, look at that. The moment they realize, hey, we can actually maybe turn around, the problem is there is no vision around them whatsoever. They don't know what is happening in their own jungle. They don't know what Zero Tenacity are going to do, and we know what Zero Tenacity are going to do. Throw everything that they have at Orbit Anonymo.
But Orbit and Anonymo, they're just pretty much dragging the time at this point. They're just making sure that Zero Tenacity don't have more resources to work with. They do have the 2 dragons. They do have the lead in terms of gold. Is back up at about 2,000 now, a little bit more than 2,000. So they are putting themselves in a very good position. But without the Baron, they cannot transfer it into an actual lead. Here comes the Weaver's Wall onto Melonic. Melonic is flashless. The equalizer is going to be dropped down, but it matters very zero because Neriman is now on a killing spree. And Gypsy might be the first one to fall here on the set of Orbit. Here comes Korotkiy with the charm. Misses, but it's not going to be enough. And Blue Razor is unstoppable. Afro Boy has been hooked in and instantly dropped down there despite his healing. Harpoon is now dominating. Korotkiy is still on the chase. Blue Razor is cutting the enemies away. It's a sandwich with an ultimate, but can you finish it off? No, you cannot. They say and fight back. Primer with the double there right on the spot. Depth charge onto Neriman. They're looking for the hook connecting and Harpoon shutting him down. It's an absolute chaos and Zero Tenacity are standing tall in the bodies of ashes of his enemies.
It is an ace! No more Baron for you, Orbit Anonymo, and everything that you managed to do before, it all was for nothing in the end if you give it up like that. We don't have the replay. We do have the replay. I'm not even sure anymore what is going on, but what matters is we are 21-12 right now. Orbit Anonymo are losing. We are back at having the goal difference between the teams. We are back at them not feeling comfortable and most likely not being able to drag the time enough because they still need more items. They need to get into the late game if they want to have a chance at this one.
It is an absolute struggle for all of those teams to try and fish for something. Zero Tenacity are struggling to find a way how to answer Orbit Anonymo's unprecedented will to survive. They are just making sure that, yeah, you're punishing us, but we are going to punish you as well. Prime just solo killing 2 enemy players right there on the spot. Yeah, you want to take me down? Yeah, sure. I'm going to take down with you, with me. Blue Razor might be in trouble. Seal Fair has been used. Almost brought him down. Here comes the Magnet Storm to try to get a little bit more time, a little bit more space. Korotkiy is firing away, but not enough just yet. Prime tries to finish him off, and with the flash, he will indeed. Now it's Korotkiy who might be in trouble. His ultimate is gone. It is Gypsy who is now trying to catch up with him. Hook connecting onto Prime. Can he get down? Neriman, in the meantime, has been absolutely destroyed by Harpoon over the wall, and it's Gypsy who's now going to fall. It's a double kill for that Aphelios as they continue to go on. Royson is going to get jumped and tripled kill, and Harpoon is having his sights set up on that Penta.
Yeah, but he's not getting it. He's not getting it. I want him to get it, but no, not this time, not here, not today. But a turret is going to be good enough. A turret is going to be very nice to get instead. Zero Tenacity are on a very good track to win game number 2. DrBrilmann 24-13. They have pushed in the mid wave. They have pushed in the bot lane on top of everything as well. The Drake is up and 11 running, and maybe the Drake for Zero Tenacity is going to be just a sweet reward after everything they've done so far.
Orbit Anonymo are not in a position to make a move. They are being forced out of the rift. The gap in the gold continues to increase. It is 5,000 at this point, and it gets more and more challenging for them to find a way to answer. Yeah, they're able to pick up good kills like this, but after that, things just go absolutely south.
Can you call it a good kill though if it takes them so long to kill one enemy champion? Because Blue Razor lived for way too long that he was ever allowed to. He's just on 2 items right now, and it is already so hard for Anonymo to kill him, and right now they will need to find more kills. 29 seconds before the Baron is going to be up and running, and Zero Tenacity are establishing even more vision control around it. They want to see the enemy, and they want to make sure that Anonymo are not allowed anywhere near that pit.
It is 17 seconds more on the clock, 15 to be precise, as both of the teams are measuring each other down and measuring that Baron down. Who's going to be the first one to get to it? Anonymo looking for a move. Cavalry has been already summoned. And now with the Magnet Storm going to go absolutely wild. Maybe now is the time for Z10 to look for a turn away. Blue Resort now on top of Chipsy, trying to go for a knockup. Prime is there with the ultimate has been already used. Doty is going to be the first one to fall. In the meantime, teleport has been used. Kofti is about to arrive. Harpoon firing away. Afro Boy's already dead. Naraman flashes out of Kofti's way, able to dance it out, but Kofti is out, still not dead, burning but not dying, as Prime and Royzen are firing from the downtown. It is 3 versus 4 at this point, but both Naraman and Kofti are returning back to the base. Royzen might be in trouble, but no, he's still not dead. Now he has to reset too. It's 3 of them of Z10. They're going to try to take that Baron down. Look at how fast it's burning!
What? It is gone! It is gone just like that in a moment! Harpoon and Melanic, all it took was just to do a couple of shots, and now of it, not how you have to run.
Kofti, Charm coming in through. Kofti just sidestep it and gives the kill to Blue Resort. This team has re-emerged. This team has re-established, and Z10 are taking everything off the map.
This is the Zero Tenacity that we deserved from the very beginning of the split. This is what was promised to us. That was promised, and finally the prophecy has been fulfilled, and they are here!
And they are here to take it all. The fans are going crazy over the gameplay of the team that they are supporting, but it is not done yet. Looks like the fight is about to emerge. Top lane might be the next spot here. Naraman going to get marked, Equalizer as well. Not going to get a dash upon just yet. Walking up onto Chipsy now, the hook coming in through. Blue Resort is going to tank a lot of damage now, and Chipsy, by the looks of it, there's no way he's going to be saved, and he's already dead. Naraman might be in trouble with a little bit more damage, but no, still alive. Trying to dance out. Kofti was looking for that kill, but he didn't find it. Top lane turret is about to fall just now, together with the Nexus, and Z10 are looking to push the game to the end.
They want to open the mid lane first. They want to open the mid lane, and after that, that's when we're talking. Chipsy though is resurrecting soon, 20 seconds, and he's going to be up and running. So for Zero Tenacity, the answer is, hey, we stop right here, we go back, we recall, we have some good items we can buy on top of all the other good items we already have, and then in a minute and 40, it's going to be the Dragon, and it's going to be the soul for Zero Tenacity if they get this one. But Royzen.
Weaver's Wall onto Radote. They're trying to catch him up with the hook here as well. Radote doesn't have the flash, so that means he can't get out of the harm's way. Another hook to try to get him into safety. They're still not able to kill him. Equalizer drop down, and it's going to be finally a kill. Hopes over the wall with the help of the ultimate to get himself into safety. It's an ultimate from ultimate, a fair trade, and the scuttle goes over to the red team.
At least Anonymo are going to be able to see something, at least some vision that Zero Tenacity cannot deny to them. But Zero Tenacity, they are not done. They're pushing them all the way back to their base, making sure that Anonymo are going to be occupied with something, and Melanic is bringing them something. He's bringing in the big empowered minions to make sure that Anonymo cannot leave the base and cannot go and try to fight for the Dragon.
Oh yes, indeed. Z10 trying now to take away all the resources, establish all the control. And it's up to Anonymo to find a way how to bounce back into it. The thing is, we have entered the stage of the game where the goal difference starts to matter quite little. Everybody has the damage. Everybody has an opportunity. It's about finding that opportunity. And Anonymo are known for finding these opportunities. So Z10, you're on a good track, but you didn't win this game yet.
The problem for Anonymo, look at their draft yet again. Look at how he's supposed to be the carry. It is not Naraman, it is not Royzen. They are not the main carries. It is Prime who has to shine, unless he's going to be hooked by Dota, because Dota is looking for something.
Equalizer, Naraman might be in a bit of trouble. The champ is not going to... So huge! Prime with the sealed fate. Can he kill someone? No, he can't. It's a triple. Looking for a quadra. Didn't reach you with an ultimate. Kofti will bring down Naraman, and Royzen will fall as the final piece of the puzzle. Ladies and gentlemen, 2-0. Zero Tenacity standing
Zero
tall.
Tenacity on the winning streak. They're about to take it. They are 2-0, just one more victory away from lifting this trophy. And look at how full he's so happy, and he should be. He absolutely should be, because Zero Tenacity are just one step away from becoming the champions of this season of Ultraliga and finally having their revenge on Anonymo.
What a match, what a spectacle, what a way to re-establish yourself as the top one position of Ultraliga. Now Zero Tenacity are in a 2-0. They dragged Anonymo to a position of now or never.
Yes.
If Anonymo are not going to bounce back in the next game, it's going to be the end of it.
It's going to be the end of it, exactly. Anonymo have to come up with something right now.
Well, let's see if they will, because right now we're going off to a break, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go way too far, and we'll be back for game number 3 of this series.
Wjedź do elektryzującego świata esportu i zagraj z nami. Moc energii zapewnia elektryczna Kia EV6.
Sí, ¿vos de qué parte sos?
Yo de aquí.
Ah, mira,
¿Tú de qué parte eres?
del norte.
Nowy Galaxy S24 Ultra. Kup już dziś.
Czas na przerwę, czas na KitKat.
This is the world's most advanced processor. In entertainment, its rendering speeds render other processors obsolete. Powers cloud services for billions. Helps change the course of climate change. And uses AI to accelerate disease detection and cures. We make the world's most advanced processors, but only with your vision can we advance the world. AMD. Together, we advance.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back as we are getting ready to kick off the third game of tonight. An unbelievable amount of delays resulted into Zero Tenacity unlocking their inner whatever.
Oh yeah, what was it? But they unlocked it.
Dracula, monster, Witcher. I mean, you can pretty much Witcher because they used to be Schatte Bobre. Therefore, they used to be Bober, and
they were ghost killers as well.
They were ghost killers, right? Yeah. So theoretically, they did become monster slayers.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Zero Tenacity are the monster slayers right now. At least for the 2 maps in a row, they have been really successful at slaying the monster that is their enemy, because honestly, OAE Anonymo have not been able to find their footing for 2 games in a row. Zero Tenacity are just way too dominant on all the fronts, and it's like, this is the team that took all the good parts we saw from them throughout the split, and they added some more good things on top. Like, they fixed all the mistakes they've had.
They fixed their early game, they fixed their skirmishing, they fixed their team fighting. They pretty much also made an incredible fix to the way how are they navigating themselves on the Rift, because every single fight that they're picking up, almost every single one, they're able to pretty much just dictate the pace and dictate what are they getting out of this fight. However, I don't want to take the credit away from OAE Anonymo. In first game, they got beaten. In second game, they did bite back.
Yes, it was unfortunately mostly just biting back by them because they were in a deficit for the majority of the game. However, they did bite back, and it definitely did hurt for Zero Tenacity. Some moments were really looking good for OAE Anonymo in this game, especially when they were managing to find their footing around the mid lane, for example, when they were fighting for the objectives, especially the early dragons. Some of the fights in the early game looked good, but unfortunately, it was again the case of snowballing from Zero Tenacity. From the moment they started getting in the advantage, from the moment we saw that they're having more items and they are in a better spot in the game in general, there is no going back for OAE Anonymo.
I feel like in the next game, what they should do is to fix their draft a little bit, because I thought it wasn't clicking, especially with that Talia in here. It felt like it wasn't clicking too well.
No, it wasn't. I don't think this draft was justified. Like, the damage, again, is supposed to be coming from Prime in this draft, and Prime could not deliver.
Yeah, and then DrBrilmann, he was also doing quite a bit of damage, but it wasn't just enough.
Yeah.
It just felt like constantly they know what they want to do, but they don't have the means and the resources to execute what they're doing. Therefore, just a little bit of adjustment when it comes to the draft, and I feel like game number 3 should be far less easy for Zero Tenacity as game number 1.
I wonder, and that is probably the question to our production and not to you, but we'll see either way, sure enough, whether we're going to see the change of the sides, because so far both of the games, OAE Anonymo, were on the red side, and that normally works for them much better, because they want to have this possibility of counter picks and flexing as much as possible. However, I do wonder if a strong early pick is going to be beneficial for them. Maybe the possibility of grab Smolder away instead of banning it out from Zero Tenacity. Maybe something other than Volibear, because they didn't really find much success with it in this game. Something that will help them put themselves on a better footing.
We will have to wait and see it for a little bit, but for now what is pretty much certain is the fact that Zero Tenacity are absolutely killing it.
Yes.
They are in control, they are fighting incredibly well, they know exactly what they're doing, and pretty much everything that you want to happen from them is happening.
Yes.
And now it's pretty much entirely on the shoulders of OAE Anonymo to go, okay, what are we going to do about it? And I do have an answer to your question. They are going to be on the blue side.
OAE Anonymo.
Yes.
On the blue side.
Yes.
That is a good change. I like it. Because again, I do prefer OAE Anonymo on the red side, but I think in the current circumstances, they need to beat Zero Tenacity on their own ground and take away the blue side from them.
Yep, absolutely. It feels like they need to start to dictate that pace, not just of the draft, but the game itself.
Yes.
And the moment when they're going to be dictating, I feel it's going to be way better for them, because reacting doesn't seem to pay off to them as massively as you would want to.
Normally, this is the team that is okay to react in the early game, but with Zero Tenacity, we can see that this doesn't work anymore. This is a reformed Zero Tenacity. This is the new team, and they know what they want to be doing. And they're not afraid to go into the late game should it be needed, even though they usually snowball well enough to make sure the late game never happens. But if it goes in there, I don't think this is going to be for OAE Anonymo the case of, yes, we lost everything, but we scale, so it's okay. we're going to get back. No, not anymore.
No, not at all. And it is also very fairly pointed out, especially by our Polish colleagues, or specifically Micha, who we have been talking about it backstage a little bit, the amount of experience that Zero Tenacity as a squad has of playing in offline events like this one is massive. Because they are capable, or LAN events rather, not exactly offline events. They are able to generate themselves, they're able to get themselves together, and they know what are they getting themselves into. While when it comes to Orbit and Anonymo, they are not even full squad here on the LAN.
I feel like this hurts the most, doesn't it? It has to hurt quite a lot. Because for Zero Tenacity, everything is there. Their whole squad, the audience is cheering for them mostly. Everything is there, but for Orbit and Anonymo, at least the blue side is there for Orbit and Anonymo this time. So everybody, let's go into the draft and see how different it's going to look this time, or maybe not at all, because so far Zeri and Senna are being banned out by Orbit and Anonymo, with Kalista being again the first ban from Zero Tenacity.
Judging by the interview coming from Zero Tenacity, it feels like they are just going to stay to the same composition. They're going to go, okay, we're banning pretty much the same things, and let's see what Orbit and Anonymo.
Pick Orn, I agree.
Pick Orn, yeah, indeed.
Pick Zaya. Not so sure about Zaya, but Orn,
I do like it. I do like Zaya.
We saw some Havers of Zaya too, maybe. Both AD carries play her. Oh, it's a good ban. So Orbit and Anonymo have something in mind. If they're on the blue side and they're banning out Volibear, they know what they want to take.
Well, and you can see Zero Tenacity are pretty much sticking to this whole idea. They're not changing whatever they are doing. Again, Nautilus locked in as the first one for Chipsy this time around.
Yeah.
Which is going to be rather important.
Nautilus for Chipsy! Reverse sweep!
Maybe.
Maybe, who knows?
Karma locked in. That is a flex pick, pretty much, because Karma is a champion that is capable of pretty much going anywhere. Support, sure thing. Top lane, sure thing. Mid lane, sure thing. Jungle, I can do that.
Yeah, like if you really need to, but I would rather go to the mid lane or support, but honestly mid lane is even better. I do think that this is going to be Karma for Kofti most likely, and he knows how to pilot this champion rather well. Plus on top of that, we have the Xinjiao for Blurzer. Oh yes, here we go, Vi for Afroboy.
Orbit, Anonymo, finally getting back as a squad. We have the Vi duty, we have the Nautilus duty. Now it's pretty much about give Roizen something that he's going to just destroy the enemy team. Swain, Akali, I don't know, Seraphine, anything, and just let the man cook.
I like it. Aphelios is strong. Aphelios is strong with Nautilus. This is the duo you want to be going for. And this is giving Neramin the possibility to shine.
It does indeed. Zillion being hovered. I am genuinely would have been very excited to see it happen, but no, it's going to be Jinx in the end of the day. She's going to be picked up. Well, it is something a Harpoon is exceptionally
That's true, yes.
good at, because we've seen it pretty much all the time when it came to his run at Team SK Gaming just a few seasons back, 4 seasons if I recall correctly.
Yes. And honestly, Harpoon has been playing Jinx no matter how well Jinx feels in the meta. If she's in, if she's out, doesn't matter, because he is just a good Jinx player. However, with this Jinx pick, I have a suspicion that Karma actually might be going into Dodo's hands in the end, just to make sure that they have more peeling and protection for Jinx on the lane and outside of it. But we will see about that, because so far more bans are coming in, with Korotkiy banned out by Zero Tenacity. Tam Kench is going to be the ban from Orbit and Anonymo, even though there is no Sand in the proximity. Zero Tenacity don't want to see Jax, and it is the staple ban from them so far.
Pretty much seems to be so. Now, right now it feels pretty much justified, because there's no top lane picked. There is no mid lane picked as well, so they're eliminating 2 big possibilities around the map. Orbit and Anonymo are still holding on to their last ban. I'm quite intrigued what it's going to be, because there's a few things they can try to take away. They can make sure that they have, okay, it's going to be Broom.
And that's a good thing to take away. No, that's a good thing to take away, because that's something that Dodo plays.
No, it's all.
I know. Just to, you know, put it there in paper. It is something that their Dodo plays quite a lot, and it's a really good pick into Nautilus. What are they saying? Wow, I didn't see what they were saying with the little signs. But we'll
Let's see. Okay, it's a Leona. So that Karma is definitely going either mid or top of all things.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what exactly, because if it's going to be top, she's going to be standing against Renekton. Maybe.
Maybe. We don't know. I wouldn't like Prime on Renekton, but at the same time, top lane is still kind of open for Zero Tenacity, and if they don't take Renekton right now away, then Melonic is going to take it. And we already saw what Melonic can do with Renekton. So as much as I don't like this pick for Prime, I think there are much better champions for him in his pool. I can see why they're going for it.
He did play quite a bit of Renekton in this season, the previous season as well. He's seen quite a bit of success on Renekton as well. So we'll have to see what is he cooking. Now it's the mid lane pick for Roizen, the man with the biggest ball. In the Dragon.
The Dragon! It is not as good as Swain, but come on, you remember back in the days when there was the question of whether it goes to the third map for Anonymo, what are they going to pick? 2 splits ago, previous year, spring split, the finals.
Whoa! Melonic locks in the Urgot, and it's going to be a mayhem on the Rift.
So Zero Tenacity, do not hesitate as well to bring out the big guns. We have the signature pick of when everything is lost, pull out the Dragon card for Roizen, and we also have the Urgot for Melonic against Renekton. I feel like it is a good, or supposed to be a good, neutralizing pick into Renekton.
Might be just as well, especially in the later stages, because you're going to be able to inflict a lot of damage.
He's gonna play with a good skin. He's gonna play with the right skin.
Oh, he's going to play with the Star Guardian?
Yes!
Oh,
the cosplayer we got. Admirable.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Not my favorite, not gonna lie, but yeah, fair enough.
Oh, you have another favorite skin for Urgot?
Yeah.
Which one?
The Crab God is pretty cool.
Okay, yes.
And the Cowboy.
Cowboy. Okay, you know what?
The High Moon one.
You have a point. High Moon one.
High Moon one is absolutely incredible. Same, the entire line is amazing.
And they could be together with Leona, the High Moon.
They can also be together with Senna.
Yes.
The Senna's High Moon plus Urgot, it's absolute.
Yes, it's beautiful.
It's amazing.
But just Urgot on itself is beautiful too, because it's going to be Urgot Renekton on the top lane, but mid lane is what I'll be looking at, because Aurelion Sol, this signature pick for Roizen, when everything goes down, pull it out and see what happens.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready. The grand finals of Samsung Galaxy Ultraliga Season 11 is about to start, and we are getting ready to see whether Zero Tenacity can make it a 3-0, or it is time for Orbit Anonymo to try a reverse sweep.
No! We're just getting started with the most important game of today, and we
Never mind.
Immediately. Never mind, exactly. We'll wait, we'll wait. You know what? This game is going to be so grand that it's worth waiting for a little while.
I think the league itself decided to break. The league looked at the draft and went, nope.
No!
Nope.
This cannot be allowed.
I do not
on my
approve.
watch.
This is reaching the levels of awesomeness that are just not allowed to be there.
Yeah, no, thank you. Oh, but we're going to resume.
Oh, we're going to resume in just 2, 1, and here we go. Zero Tenacity, though, they're already looking for a play here because they know that Afro Boy wants to go and put down a ward. They know that they're going to try to get as much information as they can, and they're going to target Roizen. He's going to flash out, still might get chased, but no, Roizen is now in the safe space. After Boy runs away from the red team, and they will bring down a ward.
It is a very important flash that they managed to get out, because poor Dragon right now is defenseless on this mid lane should anything come its way again. And since Blurzer is yet again playing on Xinjiao, we know that he wants to be very active on the lanes. And he has a justification now to go to the mid lane, because first of all, it's Kama there for Kofti. Kama hates like a truck in the early game especially, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Mantra Q is going to take so much from Roizen, and he has no flash. I think it's a free kill if they want to go for it.
Oh, and look at that. So Orbit and Anonymo are going to utilize the fact that they have pressed down the ward and get an early level 1 trade, putting both Harpoon and Odote already in a bit of a less comfortable position. And if you walk up to them now, it might not end up too well.
It might not, but everybody needs to be careful on this bot lane. Harpoon needs to be careful, remembering he has no disengage, no escape from the enemies, pretty much the same for Naramin, but they both have supports who want to be fighting constantly. The ignites on the bot lane, they want to be going onto each other. Level 2 for Zero Tenacity is going to be rather big.
Oh yes, indeed. Who's going to reach that level 2 faster? That is the question. For now, it seems like they're going quite even. Naramin might be just a tiny bit ahead.
just a tiny bit. It's not too big, but the audience is going crazy.
Level 2 though for Prime. He's looking for a good trade. Can't really get it. Orgod has the range that he's utilizing as much as he can. Level 2 now being hit for both of the bot laners. And the crowd is going nuts. They are cheering for Zero Tenacity to get to that 3-0. And it's a question whether they will be able to capitalize on that.
I don't know, but I feel like Zero Tenacity have to be feeding all this energy from their fans right now because it's so many of them and they're so loud and they're cheering for them. And again, we talked about it, Zero Tenacity have a lot to prove to everybody, but especially again to their own fans right here in Poland.
Absolutely so. In the meantime, Prime is getting suffocated in the top side of the map. He is burning CS, he's burning experience, he doesn't feel comfortable. And here, it's Nariman versus Chipsy. It's a stare down. They're looking for a hook. I feel like they're looking for a hook.
Yes. Chipsy's always looking for a hook, to be fair. Chipsy's so aggressive. It's something we talked a little bit with Veteran when he was with us in the pre-shows and between the games during the playoffs. He admires Chipsy for his desire to go into the enemy all the time, just like that.
Now onto Erdod. Can they capitalize on that? A little bit of trades here and there. Harpoon and Erdod, they're not feeling well. Blue Resort might be good on Prime here. They're not going to be able to slow him down. Prime dances out on Slice and Dice.
He slices and he dices. Who would have thought, right? But the guy is still alive. However, as you mentioned before, yes, CS is not really looking too good for him. It is not easy to stand against Urgot. He has the damage, he has the range, but he also is naturally pretty tanky. It's really hard to punish him.
Absolutely so. Afroboy is not going to be able to go for a gank here because he pretty much just get denied with that ward. Korotkiy will walk up. Maybe they were interested in trying to catch him up, but there's nothing really they can do. He's going to take that Scuttle Crab, and overall it seems like the game is relatively even. CS department, it's pretty much all right. Neglected by the fact that Nariman is in the lead. Top and mid relatively in the same place too, so overall the game is quite stable.
Yes, nobody's looking for anything crazy right now, but everybody understands how much is at stakes with Blurzer. Do you understand how many enemies are around you right now?
With the Vault Breakers going to get out, they don't know that Korotkiy is around, but they should have received the CC.
The missing ping, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Blurzer, he's still hunting for something.
So is Afroboy.
Yes.
And Dot is now just going to walk up into him. The hook is not going to connect. The flash has been used. Now back onto Afroboy. The stun coming in through. Harpoon firing away. Doesn't have any mana. Afroboy out. Tries to go for more. Now on top of Nariman. They're not able to finish him off. Chipsy just body blocking his teammates, making sure nothing happens. Hook through onto Erdoti. Not the best target, but still enough to make the damage done. He's burning with an ignite. Not yet falling. Nariman with the flash forward, trying to finish him off. The knocker from the ball breaker. First blood coming in through. Zero Tenacity are falling apart. Harpoon firing the rockets and not finishing off anyone. 2-3-0 in 5 minutes.
Double kill for Nariman. The guy is back. The god on the bot lane is back. And he's feeling as strong as ever. Aphelios with a 2-0-1 with the first blood. His first recall is going to be legendary. He's pushing the wave in right now, getting even more from a very good recall that is awaiting him at the base.
Orbit Anonymo have pulled themselves together, and they are finally bouncing back as the team who has dominated the regular split of spring season. 2-1 Aphelios coming back with the bow, with the quiver, with the boots. He's going to be dominating his lane.
And you cannot say anything to him when he has all these items in his pockets. He is incredibly strong on the lane, and he has cleanse on top of all the things that he hasn't used in the previous fight, so you can't really punish him for anything right now. But Zero Tenacity find their own say in this game. The first Drake of the game, the Hextech Drake, is gonna go in their pockets.
They're using the fact that the tempo was on their side. They didn't have to think about the fact that they need to push in the wave and then try to reset it, so they just instantly rushed into it. Good usage of pretty much of the surroundings of your own, right? They just prove to us that they know how to try to dictate the pace of the game. But Orbit Anonymo have propelled themselves. They are already almost 2K ahead which puts them in a very good position. AfroBoy with 2 assists, 102 goes Chipsy, already with the completed boots, so that means that Harpoon is not going to be dealing too much damage to him. There's no way this bot side now gets out of control.
Unless something miraculous happens. Unless Tenacity will find a way to punish Orbit and Anonymo for anything. For example, for over-pushing, because right now they have the power to push, but Floriso is around and there is zero vision available for Tenacity. Ah, they don't need vision there! Look, they have AfroBoy!
They are forcing their opponents out. Do they want to tower dive them? That's my question. Don't have the Cease and Desist. Might be a bit of a problem. Air dot now on top of him. Kleins has been used a little bit prematurely, but it's going to be fine. Trying to run for his life. Steps away from the W and makes himself absolutely fine. AfroBoy hovering out, making sure that Nariman is not dead. You're not picking up that shutdown.
No. It is the classical Orbit Anonymo that we see finally back in business in this game. Protect Nariman at all costs. Protect him and throw all the resources at that, making sure he is alive and he can deal the damage. And that works because right now he's recalling. No, 150 gold additional for Tenacity as a shutdown from him. And Chipsy will endure the bot lane for now, so things do look fine for Orbit Anonymo.
However, the gold difference starts to melt slowly but surely, especially when I look at the mid lane. That pretty much explains it all.
Yeah.
Kofte is feeling very comfortable on his laning phase. He's making sure that Roizen gets as little resources as he possibly can, which is not exactly the best thing for Roizen himself.
Yes.
However, there's still this obvious problem that you need to address. So I guess something for something.
Yeah, that's very true. Something for something. But I like that they're taking the Void Crabs. I would want to see Orbit Anonymo right now taking all 3 of them instead of just taking 1 and running away, as we see them doing sometimes and everybody doing sometimes. 3 grabs are going to help them massively, because since Prime is not ahead right now, since his Renekton is not really over-delivering, he will need to rotate himself on the side lanes as much as possible, and Roizen will do the same.
I have seen that already.
No, that Renekton.
Game number 1.
That Renekton.
And it was Melonic. Now it's Prime. 2 turret plates already.
It's just 2.
But not falling behind in terms of CS too much.
Okay.
If you don't address this, this might be a problem.
It might be. It is not a problem yet. It has not grown into a problem yet. But it surely can. Because Prime wants to be on the side lanes. Prime doesn't want to join the fights unless it's absolutely necessary. He wants to be left to play his own game. And with Renekton that is not ahead, he's not needed in the fights because he's not going to be the powerhouse. If nobody's pouring gold into him right now, he will find his own gold, and this way the team will be happy and he will be happy.
Let's see how they're going to try to navigate themselves now. 3 Void Grubs already picked up by Orbit Anonymo. Another 3 might be picked up in 1 minute and 45 seconds. If they do that, they will get themselves all the needed resources to give exactly the type of resources you've been talking about to Prime, and they're going to be able to try to push themselves into a position when they will be in control of the pace of the game. Now it's up to Tenacity to find a way of going, okay, no.
Exactly.
No.
Yes, but no.
No, yes, no. The door is this way.
That's what Tenacity want to say though. And their fans, as you can hear probably, want to say the same thing right now as well. But Tenacity might have a chance in a minute from now that the second Drake of the game is going to spawn. No idea which one it is. We don't see it on the timer. But Tenacity need to put in a lot of offensive vision into Orbit Anonymo's side, because they have the Kendrake. Thank you. That's why we don't see it. That makes sense. But Tenacity have a good approach towards the river. They just need to make sure there is no steal possibility from Orbit Anonymo.
Absolutely. So let's see who's going to make a move and where is that move going to be made. Kofte, in the meantime, assembling his dominance on the mid lane, making sure that these trades are as good for him as they possibly can be. A lot of very aggressive vision coming from Tenacity as well, which is paying off. They know pretty much about every Orbit Anonymo's movement at the bot side, at the top side. They are going to be able to work without the fog of war.
Yes. Speaking of fog of war right now, for Tenacity, it is looking exactly how it is supposed to be. They see enough around the pit, while Orbit Anonymo see nothing. Look at the bot side of the map. I see 1 word actually on the whole map right now from Orbit Anonymo. That is not going to be enough if we're talking about the objective coming up.
But Roizen is back with Relies.
Nice.
Now he's able to pick up fights way more effectively than he did. AfroBoy has the flash available to him. If he wants to risk it, he can, but there's no reason. Okay, he might. Will he? Knock up?
No.
The ultimate is going to make sure that this is not happening at all. And the important thing right now, what we see, is the fact that this Drake has been picked up by Z10. Yeah, not the best. They're trying to rush for the early, so we've seen them do that already. Do Orbit and Anonymo care about it that much? Oh, not now. They've got Aphelios and they go, oh, never mind. Here comes the stun coming in through. So much damage. Afroboy tries to flash out. Blue Resort catching him and Harpoon is slaying him about now. I'm singing praises to the team and they disappoint me like that.
Now that is something that should be worried about, right? Now that is something I should be thinking about, especially right now. Oh, don't
I've been in a bit of trouble. Here comes the teleport. Korotkiy now just arrived on top of Nerlin. They're looking to pick up that shutdown. You might be shut down instead. Chipsy looking to try to finish the job. Flash out. Nerlin running for his life. He's going to get damned by the Chompers. And here comes another teleport. It's Renekton who's coming to clear the house. Roizen firing away. Can they look for more? The ultimate has been used. Roizen's going to pick up Blue Resort. Suppressed and executed by Melonic. Knock up right there too. He's swirling around. Goddard Dante. It's a mayhem. But it's Z10 who are standing tall.
4-1-1 is Harpoon talking about an AD carry who has been fed. Look at that Aphelios, doesn't matter anymore, doesn't carry. That is past us. This new age is all about Harpoon. 4-1-1, speak about AD carry, speak about a signature pick. That is what's happening right now. That is what you need to be very worried about.
Completed butts, Kraken Slayer, a bow on top of it. This man right now has caught up with his adversary and going, sorry, you're looking for a win? Nah.
Not happening, not today, brother, sorry. However, a bit Anonymo, look at them. They are grabbing the void grabs right now, grabbing the grabs. I'm not sure if I like it. Grabbing the grubs.
Grabbing the grubs.
Grubsing.
Grubbing the grubs.
That doesn't sound right. Wait, look at Blurzer. Does he want to go for a steal? They see them. They see them. All bit Anonymo know what's happening. They want to disengage because it's not a good place to fight.
No, they just want to drag them a little bit. And by the looks of it, it is working. Look at that. Second one. One more is going to be complete 6. They don't need it. It's 5 already. It's fine. Now look at that. Roizen firing away. Did manage to get the scuttle, but it is fine. They got the 5 ogres. They got exactly what they wanted.
6 would have been better, but no, honestly, 5 is already very, very good for them. We have the replay for what's happening on the bot lane. How exactly Harpoon just suddenly became fed, and that is the tale of Chipsy finding a hook, but it is not the hook that was supposed to be found. Captain teleporting in, there is no vision for Anonymo to start him with in this bush. Captain comes in, it is such a big numbers advantage for Z10, and that's what they want.
Oh, and the fight is happening. Chipsy already slain. Blue Resort picking that kill. Can they look for more here? By the looks of it, the answer is no. The Rate Harrow has been picked up by Z10 too, and they are making sure that they're still in the game.
Z10 2. Z10 2.0 is what we're seeing right now compared to them before that. Compared to them almost losing back to the game in the playoffs. Can you imagine that? It was like in a different lifetime. It was a completely different Z10 because right now we're talking about 66 score between the teams with a goal dead even between them.
Look what an interesting item choice Afroboy has. Knight's Vow.
Oh, he does go for it though in fight. He often pivots into Knight's Vow as the first item to protect his AD carry.
And which makes quite a bit of sense, especially with Nerlin going 2-1-3 right now with the Kraken Slayer. He has to catch up to Harpoon, he has to deal more damage than Harpoon, and he has to make sure that things are just going exactly the way that Orbit Anonymo wants to go it. Which means Knight's Vow. You protect your AD carry, and you make sure it doesn't die too quick.
However, in order for you to be able to protect your AD carry, you also need to not die too quickly, which has been an ongoing issue with Afroboy so far throughout today. He goes to the front line, but then he dies very quickly there. He takes a little bit too much damage from Zero Tenacity. It is the case in this game as well, so I hope that with further items it's going to be resolved more or less for them. But it needs to be resolved somewhere soon. Orbit Anonymo want to be fighting somewhere now, because look at Roizen, he has the upgraded ultimate. This is going to be really strong in a good fight.
It does indeed, but also the fact that there's 40 seconds before the Drake is going to appear.
Oh yes.
That will also raise us a few concerns. 35 more seconds, and let's see how the teams are going to establish it. So Dirty right now coming in, trying to make sure to clear all the wards and press down some of their own. The Herald is going to be summoned, and now he's going to take a swing onto that. Are you kidding me? And now you're going to pay for that. Blue Resort flashes out instantly, goes inside of an ultimate, makes sure that he's out. But look at Roizen flying in, making sure that he can get a good use of that relies and slow down his enemies. Not going to result into any kill, but that hiccup might have just cost them the dragon.
Quite possibly. possibly. And no, but not. This is a good chance for them. If they take a good position at the river, they need to fight for it.
Missed with a hook, and it gets stunned instantly. Season deceased onto Harpoon, and they're looking to try to finish him off. Massive ultimate with a lot of damage coming from Roizen, but he's not able to finish anyone just yet. Chipsy already fallen. Melonic now walks up, tries to look for a good execution. Target gets on Nerriman, but he cleanses it out. Runs for his life. He's out, but Afroboy is dead. So is Prime. It's a shutdown, and Zero Tenacity are standing tall after the skirmish.
When we pull up, you'll know it's a shutdown, say Zero Tenacity. They go for the third trade. They go for even more gold for themselves. They go for Roizen potentially, or who goes for whom, I'm not even sure anymore. But Zero Tenacity definitely are sure that this game most likely is in their hands already. Third Drake, such a good soul. They're so lucky with the souls over and over.
1,500 is the difference in gold. And by the looks of it, Zero Tenacity are not looking to stop. If they win this game, this is a third one, and it is the finals.
It is the finals. It is going to be the trophy for Zero Tenacity they've been waiting for, getting for so damn long. But here, look at how much power they have. I'm amazed by Korotkiy. I am amazed by Karma. I want to see more and more of her being big, because she's such a big powerhouse.
Absolutely so. And overall, looking across the map, it's going to be a massive problem now for Orbit Anonymo to try and find their way back into this game. They've started so well.
Yeah.
And now they're faced again into the same position. It is mid-game, and they are falling behind. Can they get to the point where that Aurelion Soul, when that Aphelios is going to scale and keep their chances of staying in this series in the finals?
It's going to take some time, though, because both of them are sitting at an item and a half right now. Oh, they're fighting!
Oh, they are. Season deceased onto Korotkiy. Will they be able to finish him off? And Nerriman just shredding through his enemies. That's a shutdown. Might be looking for a punish here. Tenacity are retreating. They know that they cannot punish Orbit Anonymo for this play.
They cannot, but that was a really good play. Worth punishing, to be fair, but no answer found. 3-1-3 goes Nerriman. And talking about, talking about flushes.
Do not feel that you have to be reserved about your flash. If at stake is the trophy of Ultraliga. Says Roizen and goes, yep, I'm flashing.
Yep, yeah, honestly, what is a flash compared to a trophy of Samsung Galaxy Ultraliga? Nothing, just a mere thing to have on your keyboard. But it's very important for Roizen to stay alive right now. He is already not in a very good spot, and Orbit Anonymo need to keep pushing. We are talking about almost 20 minutes in the game. The Baron is going to spawn, and Orbit Anonymo, the more they can push right now, the better control they will have of both objectives. They are in a problematic situation. They cannot give away either of those. The Dragon, next one is going to be the Soul.
And they're looking to finish him off. That's a nice ultimate that pulls him into the star with a knock-up as well. Brilliant team play from Roizen and Afroboy as they score the shutdown. 600 gold into the hands of the Dragon.
They need to protect their mid lane. They will not be able to protect the mid lane. Harpoon is here, and this turret is going to fall. Not a very good look for Orbit Anonymo. They need to answer with the turret on the top lane somehow right now. But if this turret, if this inner turret falls as well, Orbit Anonymo are in deep trouble.
Chipsy is coming up, and Prime already takes quite a bit of damage. Here comes Afroboy, looking for at least someone. The hook has connected onto Blue Resort. Here comes Roizen with a bit of damage off himself, but they're not able to finish more just yet. Look at that. Karma is already making his way towards the mid lane. It's going to be a 4 versus 4. Korotkiy is here. Here comes the Solar Flare, not going to connect, but the hook and the stun will, as Afroboy uses Season to Season to Harpoon, trying to buy the enemies off, and he's going to fall regardless. Harpoon is going to score that kill. Nerriman returning back to the gates and looking to rejoin his team, because it might be a fight for the Baron.
Baron, could they be going for a Baron? Afroboy is dead for 23 seconds more. It could be just,
Walks right into Korotki's hand with the hook. Gets out right there on the spot. Here comes Roizen with a little bit of a star of his own to make sure that Korotkiy cannot continue on the chase.
A little bit of a star of his own. Is it gonna...
Whoa! Harpoon with the snipe from the downtown gets him.
No way he does it. No way he knows it. The sixth sense or the experience, call it however you want, but that was good from Harpoon, and it puts him into a 6-1-4 score. Harpoon.
You can hear the crowd going nuts over the MVP of the spring season. Harpoon is making sure that Zero Tenacity are still in this series. And they are indeed. Zero Tenacity now looking to establish more control as they are clearing out enemies bot side. And in 30 seconds, they're looking to establish the soul. In the meantime, the fight is about to happen. The Prime.
Prime is here. That is already important though. They are 5-on-5 this time.
They took so much damage from Royson. Look at that. He's burning him away with the beams of power.
And Royson has an upgraded ultimate as well. It's going to be a big ultimate, dealing a lot of damage, slowing everybody down in a very big zone. Naramin has everything. He has flash and he has cleanse and he has ultimate on top of that. It could be rather important because he's going to be the main target for
Prime is still not together with them. Prime is still not with them. That means he needs to right now run. And if Zero Tenacity pull the trigger now, it's going to be a 4 versus 5. Can they use it? Can they capitalize it? No, Prime is already here. Going to see Erdota here, and Erdota is going to start the fight. Solari on top of the Renekton. He's going to get stunned. Blue Resort now tries to go into the midst of it all with Melonic now on top of Chipsy. Chipsy flashes out. It's an absolute chaos, but everyone is still holding on with the flash forward and with the suppress. They're going to get the execution. Death charge on Harpoon is going to be the last thing that Chipsy will do in this fight.
Oh no, now this is not a 5-on-5 anymore. This is 4 versus 5
Royson might be looking for an ultimate here, and yes indeed, everybody flashed out, although Prime has arrived on a teleport. Can they try to capitalize? He's already in the dominance, but he's alone against them all. Tries to go on top of Kofti, did not manage to finish him off. Moonlight Vigil is going to go a little bit wider here. Naramin didn't get that damage, didn't get enough. Harpoon already firing away, forcing his opponent off orbit. They decide to retreat, but they want to re-engage.
They have to re-engage. This is the trick we're talking about.
Linnik is here. The dragon is slowly but surely falling down. Royson is trying to fire away, trying to do so much damage as he possibly humanly can do. And Chips is already out, coming back, trying to run towards his teammates with the through. The soul has been secured, and now Erdota, not Afroboy. Afroboy's going to flash out and get himself into safety. Harpoon is godlike. He gets 1, gets 2, gets 3. That's already 4. That's already 4. And he's looking for the Penta, but there's no Penta. It matters little. What matters is he was the one that was promised. He was the one who promised the green field. He is Linnik.
Zero Tenacity. Zero Tenacity with the one who was promised, with the Messiah on the side. They're going for the Baron. They're going for the trophy, Brillman. They're going for everything after this play.
They are looking to secure it for themselves. They are looking to make it noted in the entire European Legion that they are going to go to EMEA Masters and win it.
Yes, quite possibly. After games like that, I could imagine that happening. Zero Tenacity were so smart about this fight. What they did was they split up Albeit Anonymo into 2. And Albeit Anonymo were not able to fight like that anymore because they couldn't protect neither Rosen nor Naramin. And they fell down one after the other.
Orbit might be in a bit of trouble. Erdota here scaring them away just with his sheer presence. 7,000 gold is the difference between the two teams, and Zero Tenacity are marching forward. They have their banner. They are united under Harpoon. 9-1-6 he goes in this game, and he's willing to try to get his team to victory.
He is doing it, actually, Brillman. Look at what they're doing. They're sieging the enemy's base.
Royson is going to flash out instantly. Massive one! Royson has a few things to say about the Messiah, and Zero Tenacity already getting out. Here comes the execution. Melonic gets him from the downtown. They've got 1. Can they capitalize? Prime trying to make sure that there's no enemies, minions to work with, but no, it's Royson who helps them out, and the wave is cleared.
And the wave is cleared. The siege doesn't really work out that well. Zero Tenacity need to try again. Round 2 it's going to be between the teams, but the minions are coming in. They're still empowered by the Baron buff and by the Zero Tenacity buff.
Melonic goes forward. Cleanse has been used a little bit preemptively. He's already dead. Kofti has slain him. Naramin is out for 40 seconds. Zero Tenacity. It's now or never.
It's 40 seconds. He's not going to resurrect. He's not going to do it. Zero Tenacity will take it all.
Resonating here, Royson is trying to do as much damage as he can, going on top of Milonic. Solari is gonna find one. Afro Boy tries to do a desperate charge, but he cannot do it. Prime is about to fall. Zero Tenacity have been doubted. They have been concerned, and they were not the favorites. But in spectacular fashion, they go 3-0 and are the champions.
We have the new champions, everybody! Zero Tenacity are the winners of this season of Samsung Galaxy Ultraliga!
The fans are going insane. The team is relishing in happiness as they have brought the ultimate trophy home.
They have been waiting for it. The previous season was not kind to this team. They could not fight for it, they could not get it. It was so close, but it slipped away from them in the small finals. But finally, today is the day that Zero Tenacity are in their full glory at their home soils in front of their loving and cheering fans.
What a way to set up the expectation for EMEA Masters. What a way to prepare things off to represent Ultraliga on the international stage.
And both of these teams are going to be representing us, and I couldn't be happier, and I couldn't have asked for anybody to do it to us, and I'm going to be cheering for both Anonymo and Zero Tenacity, but we have to give it to them. Zero Tenacity are the ones going up the stage right now to do what they really wanted for so long, what they promised to do, to lift up the trophy.
The fans are cherishing this moment together with the team.
It is a big moment for both of them. They have been waiting for it, they have been fighting to get to this spot. But again,
to prove a lot.
It was promised to happen, and they delivered their promise.
They had to prove so much in order to get to this exact moment. And they finally are able to say with full certainty that they did it. They are right now the champions of Ultraliga, and we have not expected them to be in the beginning of that season. We've been looking at what they have been doing, and we've been looking at Anonymo, and we were sure as hell that it's Orbit who's going to put Zero Tenacity on the tiptoes. Would Zero Tenacity still manage to win? Yeah, sure, but not in a 3-0 fashion.
No, not at all. I was fully expecting this to be a 5-game series, until that script was leaked to me. So it was the correct one. You see, I got the right one. Zero Tenacity with a 3-0 victory today. Unbelievable. And honestly, Orbit and Anonymo were fighting like lions.
Oh, yeah.
But the buff, the atmosphere of this place, they were all in favor of Zero.
Look at all of them. Look at all of them. They are cheering for the Hussars. These people have waited to see their team to lift that trophy, and they finally have done it.
Yes.
But it's not the end of the challenges, because the next challenge that they're going to have is to represent Poland on the international scale of things, because right now, these guys are going to EMEA Masters.
Give them a moment though. Yes, EMEA Masters are ahead of them, but right now this is their moment to cheer. This is their moment to be happy about.
I'm not sure how well you can hear it on our side of the broadcast. Never mind.
What was it though that they were trying to go for? They'll try again.
The team is cherishing that victory with all their possible ways and emotions and resources. I mean, it's hard to blame them. These guys have definitely deserved it.
You can't blame them. Everybody's blaming them. Everybody is simply happy for the team, for all team members, for the players, for the coaching staff, for the staff behind the scenes. Everybody did a lot to bring these players to this trophy today.
Absolutely, absolutely so. And I feel like it's also a very important moment for these, not just for the team, but for the entire organization to reestablish and think about, okay, we actually have done it.
Yeah. What next? What now?
Well, EMEA Masters, of course.
Yes, but what then? Okay,
LEC.
maybe taking it one step at a time.
LEC.
I would love it.
Who knows? I mean, for now, the only sky is the ceiling for the team, because with victories like this, you're getting closer and closer to most ultimate goals. And this is an amazing achievement as it is, because Zero Tenacity, this is what, their third trophy already, isn't it?
Second or third?
I think it is their third.
It wasn't in the previous split, it was the split before. Yes, it should be their third. Yes, you're right.
I'm pretty sure this is their third trophy, which pretty much puts them in the position of one of those highly decorated teams that we used to have in Ultraliga. Agarog, Kick, Agarog, even Orbit Anonymo. Right now it's Zero Tenacity that are re-establishing themselves as the new decorated team.
Yes, they are the new name of Ultraliga. They are the new champions. They have pretty much redefended their title. It took them a split when they couldn't be the champions, when they couldn't even be in the finals. But now they're back at it at their full strength. The Hussars are shining, and I'm pretty sure they are ready for more trophies in their history.
I would love to see the squad to stay the same for the summer split as well.
Yes.
Because that shows that one split of time was enough to find not just the pacing for the team, but it was enough to find how to be on the very same page when it came to everything that they're doing.
Yeah.
Right? And imagine what they can do with another same span of the time when they're already capable of doing this while being under severe pressure.
They have used this split to find their identity, to reestablish themselves as a team that works together. But now, I agree with you, I want to see more. I want to see them grow even stronger from here on as this team.
And for Orbit Anonymo, we are not cheering for them today, we're cheering for Zero Tenacity, but they have shown an incredible amount of resilience as well. Because in game number 2 and game number 3, they have definitely brought Zero Tenacity a few moments of that's my impersonation of a heart attack.
That is a good impersonation.
But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have an interview with the MVP of our series. Let us take a look. Oh, no, never mind. We do have a few still moments. Oh, well.
It's coming, though. It's coming our way. We're going to listen to what the MVP has to say.
Absolutely so. I can't see from here who is the MVP, though. Can you?
I don't see.
Going to the interview, we're going to see it right now.
Tenacity eksponowało przed wami, bo to ich dzień, ale to również moment, żeby wyróżnić MVP finału, którym zostaje Melonik. Raz jeszcze dla niego hałas! Pięknie się was słucha, ale chciałbym też posłuchać Dawida. Dawid, pierwsze twoje mistrzostwo Ultraligi, pierwsze MVP w finale i chyba pokonany demon, jakim na przestrzeni sezonu regularnego był Prime dla wszystkich top lanerów w Ultralidze. Świetny występ, to był trudny wybór pomiędzy tobą i Harpunem, ale finalnie ta robota, którą wykonałeś na topie, zadecydowała o tej nagrodzie. Jak się czujesz? Jakie emocje tobie towarzyszą w tym momencie?
No, czuję się, wiadomo, znakomicie, bo strasznie podobało mi się grać na tej scenie, bo strasznie dużo było fanów Z10, czego się nawet nie spodziewałem. No i... No, jeśli chodzi o MVP, też trochę jestem zaskoczony, bo myślałem, że trochę Harpun powinien zostać. Takie double MVP byłoby fajne. No ale no, nie mam co marudzić. Też fajnie, że dostaję MVP za finał, bo tam w regularze miałem jakieś tam coin flip gierki, więc generalnie jestem zadowolony na pewno.
Powiedz mi jeszcze, Dawid, jaki wpływ na wasze zwycięstwo, na waszą dzisiejszą formę, no nie wiem jak to określić, ale ta sektorówka na was miała, bo przez całą serię ich było słychać. 6. zawodnik, dla nich też MVP się należy. Jak było grać przed taką publiką?
No tak jak mówiłem wcześniej, bardzo mi się podobało granie tutaj i myślę, że no naprawdę dużo siły, dużo powera dała nam to publiczność, no i chciałem bardzo podziękować za to.
Moi drodzy, pięknie oglądało się ten finał z waszym udziałem, ale ja chciałbym jeszcze się dowiedzieć. Nadchodzi MMA Masters, reprezentujecie Ultraligę wy oraz Orbit Anonymo. Czekamy wszyscy, tak jak czekaliśmy na tego lana, czekamy na sukces polskiej drużyny, polskich zawodników na tym turnieju. Panowie, jakie są plany? Czego dokonacie w nadchodzącym MMA Masters?
Znaczy, no teraz plany są takie, że będziemy zrobić sobie krótką przerwę wielkanocną, no i potem znowu do treningu będziemy wracać. No jak wyjdzie Master, to zobaczymy, bo jeśli chodzi o scrimy, to jesteśmy bardzo pewni siebie na inne teamy z innych regionów. Jedynie teamy z LFL-a myślę, że mogą być troszkę lepsze od nas. No a tak to się dosyć pewnie czuję, not gonna lie.
Słuchaj, żeby dodatkowo cię zmotywować, nasz sponsor tytularny Samsung dla ciebie specjalnie w ramach nagrody MVP nowy Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra wraz z grawerem dla MVP finału.
Słuchawkami oraz z zegarkiem.
Wow, nie spodziewałem się.
Tak. Brawo!